on Hot Country KDY. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Outpost Motorsports, by Ozark Cafe, Bonnie's Outdoors, Ozarks Healthcare, Lynch Equipment Company, Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, J&J Recovery, Pepsi Mid-America, Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, Peterbilt, Hawkins Home and Lawn, SRS Electric, Edgeler and Harper. Also brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Justin Shelby, Don's Auto Service, Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, Current Incorporated, Taylor Grubaugh Buick GMC, Butler Heating and Air, West Plains Bank and Trust Company, Bureau, West Plains Propane, Brown Furniture and Appliance, Wilbanks Tire, Bailey Chevrolet Pontiac GMC, Wiles Abstract Company, and Zizzer Coin Laundry.
And now West Plains Zizzers football on the official home of the Zizzers, Hot Country KDY.
Welcome to Springfield, Missouri, where we're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the fairgrounds, the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds, but evidently we're in the jungle, according to the PA here. It's Shoemate Stadium. It's the home of the Hillcrest Hornets. The place tonight for week 2 of the high school football season as the West Plains Zizzers take on Hillcrest in Ozark Conference play. I'm Harlan Hutchison. To my left, we have Jim Lambert, who will be providing the video and the images here from Shoemate Stadium tonight on OzarkRadioNews.com, and you can catch that on our KDY Facebook page as well. And to my right, he'll be calling the game tonight between the Zizzers and the Hornets, Paul Knight. And the Zizzers off to a 1-0 start. Paul, the Hornets are 0-1, and West Plains comes in here tonight after piling up some pretty good numbers against Center Hill, Mississippi last week.
Yeah, as they like to say on ESPN, the Zizzers would be heavy favorites tonight. Heavy favorites tonight, as the Zizzers, of course, as you said, had a good game last week. Not perfect by any means whatsoever, but it did get a W, and the 38-18, I believe, was the final. And Hornets were on the opposite end of a 49-6 ball game at the hands of Lebanon Yellow Jackets, who, along with the Zizzers, the Camden Lakers, and the Rolla Bulldogs, ought to be at the top of the conference when it's all said and done this year.
This is the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply pregame as we get ready for this one. Both teams are out on the playing field at their respective sidelines. The Zizzers will be over on, I guess that would be the east side of the stadium, and we'll have the captains coming out in just a little bit and determine who will get the football to start the football game. Not anything West Plains wanted to do last week. They were able to do, and I think one thing that we find, and I guess this is possible when you have 26 seniors and so many kids back from last year's team, this football team is the deepest one that I've seen West Plains really have, Paul, in several years. I'm trying to think what one would have a little more depth. I don't know if it's as deep as Coach Perkins would like it to be, but it is in far better shape depth-wise than we have been last few years.
Well, I was going to say one of the things the Zizzers do is they play a lot of guys both ways, however. And tonight may be an opportunity to work on that depth a little bit that you talk about because, as I said, Hillcrest comes in tonight as one of the teams at the bottom of the conference, the Zizzers at the top of the conference, and Coach Perkins said he hopes to get in he only traveled with 39 tonight. They didn't bring any sophomores, except those that play on the varsity anyway, because of a bus issue, and said that he planned to get everybody in the ball game and get them a little experience because you got to get better as time goes along because after tonight, Harlan, the schedule gets a little tougher.
Right.
You got Rolla, Camden, Kickapoo, and I believe Lebanon in the next 4 weeks.
That'll be Rolla next week at Zizzer Stadium. Meanwhile, we take a short pause. This is the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply pregame on Hot Country KDY, and we're back in 2 minutes.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, or to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
There's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
It's time to get comfy for fall. Hi, this is Anna, and right now we have Ashley reclining sofas starting at $5.99. 3-piece sectionals with Chase loungers starting at $11.99. Our showroom is packed with new shipments of sofas, love seats, recliners, lift chairs, and more. Stop in and see us today or go online at HawkinsHomeandLawn.com.
Hawkins Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
We're back here at Shoemake Stadium at Hillcrest High School, where the West Plains Zizzers are getting ready to take on the Hillcrest Hornets in Game 2 of the 2021 season. And Harlan, last week was a kind of hurry up, get together, get a game scheduled, get some playing in, and the Zizzers are really happy that happened.
Yeah, because, well, when you have a bye week, a lot of time coaches don't want that because, and football, you notice it, I think, more than you do basketball because there's so many more games. But you see teams really make progress over the course from week to week, and you can't do that if you're not on the field playing. And there's nothing that, you can simulate stuff in practice. It's just not the same thing as having officials and fans and all that and being out here on Friday night. The captains for these two teams, for the Hillcrest Hornets, Shane Stafford, Mike Floyd, LaMarcus Miller, and Dante Sample. For the Zizzers, it's Jason Lopez, Megan Kinslow, Hayden Cook, and Connor Lair. And so we're getting the coin flip right now. West Plains will get to call it. So both sides get to see what it was. Talking to West Plains.
I think Hillcrest won it, and they're going to defer.
And they'll swing around here, and West Plains will receive to start the football game. And they'll take the ball and be playing with their back to the south end zone here as we get this football game started. And we've got, as Paul noted, we got a really pretty good crowd tonight. And on the far side of the field, the visitor bleachers have plenty of red in it.
Yeah, I was going to say, considering what Hillcrest was anticipated to be like this year, I didn't think there'd be many here, but they've got a good crowd on their side. And, of course, the Zizzer Stadium, or the Zizzer sideline is, what would you say, two-thirds, a third, half, maybe a little over half, full over there. And, of course, we're about ready to go with some action as the Hornets and the Zizzers begin here from Springfield Hillcrest High School. And looks like the Zizzers are going to have the wind at their back as well.
Talking about the crowd, Jim was pointing out that there's quite a line out there at the gate, too. So they're still coming in, late arriving crowd. The Zizzers will be in the white tonight. White shirts, black hats, red pants with black numerals. The Hornets are going to be in gray shirts, blue helmets, or gray helmets and blue pants. And we're about ready to get this game started. Hillcrest is coached by Lee Coleman. It's his first year.
First year, yes. New one.
So he gets to play in the Ozark Conference in what's obviously a rebuilding year for this program. All right,
Garrett Brown is back there. He's ready to go.
Temperature reading is 81 degrees as the ball is teed up by Zhao Shadow, and he'll kick it, and Paul Knight will call it. Here we go with football in Springfield.
Ball's placed on the 40-yard line. Brown stands at about the 11. Sidewinder. High one. It's going to take Brown back. He's going to let it hit, and it bounces straight up in the air. He's going to have to pick it up. Brown's going to be hemmed in, and now he gets away.
Oh, he's got some
Brown down the right sideline. Biff makes one miss. Makes two miss. goes all the way out to the 37-yard line, and that was all on his ability right there, Harlan.
That was a great play. But what happened there is that ball bounced at around the 5, went straight up, and when he picked the ball up, Hillcrest had gone downfield really hard, and they kind of overran the play, and you got some good blocking on the right side over there. So good starting point, 37-yard line of West Plains for Dagan Kinslow and the West Plains offense.
Zizzers come to the line of scrimmage. Of course, Sanders the center. That offensive line, big folks up front, and the West Plains Zizzers have nobody in the backfield except Kinslow. 5 wide receivers. Expect somebody to go in motion, and there's Miller. Snap back. Pass out to Miller in the motion. He's down the left sideline, and there may not be anybody catching, and there won't be, as Miller's going to go 63 yards on the very first play, and it's a 6-0 ball game. And Harlan, you called that one right off the front. I folks, I got to tell you, Harlan said it's going to be 50 by halftime.
I'll tell you, West Plains just has so many weapons, and that time they got. Boy, what a good block downfield by Connor Lair, though. He opened it up. He popped that thing open down the left sideline, and nobody, once he stayed in bounds down around the 40, nobody was going to catch him. 6-0.
Brandon Walt to attempt the extra point. And, Harlan, we talked about this. This was kind of an experiment last week. Let's see how they do tonight. Snap back. Cook puts it down. The kick up. Looks good to me. The officials agree. We got a 7-0 ball game, and we'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
School is back in session and things are real hectic. Trying to get in the groove of the new routine. School, sports practice, and games, not to mention work and everything else you are trying to do. Let Zizzer Coin Laundry help take a load off. Drop off all your laundry, and they will wash, dry, fold, even press if needed. Zizzer Coin Laundry will do everything, but put it away. Zizzer Coin Laundry on Porter Wagner Boulevard next to R&R Tire Express in West Plains.
This testimonial with Mother Nature is brought to you by Butler Heating and Air of West Plains.
With fall here, I will make each day's weather in the Ozarks difficult to forecast. Cold in the morning, blistering in the afternoon. The HVAC servicemen can't keep up, unless, of course, they use BHA.
Butler Heating and Air keeps you comfortable no matter what Mother Nature brings. Call 256-7984 to learn more.
Great, just great.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We got a 7-0 ball game, and we played 25 seconds. Kick is a high one. It's a long one. It goes over the head of the intended receiver out of the end zone, and the Zizzers defense will take over. The Hillcrest Hornets offense will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And I love that.
That's a good kick right there. That carried 65 yards.
Yeah, actually, and probably went in there a couple of yards deep in the end zone. That was a bomb. Kick it deep every time. I love that.
Hornets come to the offensive line. Their quarterback, number 3, he's a third-year starter, Mike Floyd, senior. They don't have a weight on him, but I'm saying about 245, 250. And he's been the starter for 3 years in a row. The tailback looks like, is that number 21?
That would be Kelby Christian.
And he's going to go nowhere as the Zizzer defense fills that line in a hurry. Actually, a loss of 1 back to the 19. The carries by there are number 43. That's Dante Sampi.
And Jason Lopez made the stop. He's just kind of everywhere. They call him. I remember Michigan when Bo Schembechler, they used the term Wolfman a lot, and he's kind of like that. He'll play in the secondary. He'll play on the defensive line. He'll play anywhere and make plays.
He's lined up at the defensive end. The Zizzers go with a 5-man front, 2 linebackers, 4 defensive backs. Motion. They fake the inside handoff. They option to the left side. The Zizzers are all over this one, and there's another loss on this play. All the way back to now they're going to mark it at the 18 or 17. So that was a loss of 2. Brings up a 3rd down and about 13 for the Hornets from their own 17-yard line. Make it the 18-yard line.
Well, it's hard to keep up with who's making tackles because
J.J. Self was the lead man on that tackle for safety.
When the other team runs sideways, though, I mean, you're doing West Plains a favor.
Yes. Hornets line up in the eye. or shotgun formation with a single back. Snap back to the quarterback. He's looking to throw. He looks right. He looks left. Pressure comes up the middle. Throws it out here in the flat. It's going to be caught. And there's another loss of a yard all the way back to the 16-yard line. So that's going to bring up fourth down at about 14 after 3 plays. They lost 4 yards, and they're going to be forced to punt it away.
Jason Lopez again on the stop that time. They tried a little swing pass. It was not going to be anywhere close to a first down. And now they've got a punt with the ball marked at the 17. And here we go on fourth down for the Hornets.
Well, you'd think they're going to punt, but they're lined up in a shotgun with maybe it's going to be one of those Zizzer short punts. It is. The quarterback's going to kick it away. The ball's going to hit at the 45 and go straight out of bounds. And it'll be Zizzer football at the 46-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzers.
So 9:29, I was going to say it's been all West Plains, but we only had the ball for 30 seconds. So
yeah,
set up in really good position here at the 46-yard line. Well, that was really a perfect play call on the part of Coach Perkins to start the ball game. That little swing pass, it just broke huge, 67 yards, and now we'll run our second play from scrimmage.
Scissors have the ball 1st and 10 at the Hornet 46-yard line after going 62 yards on the very first play from scrimmage after a nice return by Drown to put them in position. Kinslow in the backfield, Lair behind him. Got to get the chain set up on the far side. Scissors go with 2 wide receivers to the short side of the field. Kinslow calls for the ball. Snap, hands it off to Lair left side. Lair's into the secondary. Lair's down the sideline. He trips over the 30-yard line with a little bit of a Hornet help, and that's going to be a Zizzer first down on a nice carry by Lair to pick up 16.
Big hole on the left side. We saw West Plains run left a lot last week. Jalen James is the tackle over there. And they also, well, it doesn't really matter what side you want to run to because you got some big folks in front of you, a pretty good amount of beef. Blake Reed, too, is playing guard on that same side. So, with Magnus in the middle and those 2 kids, that's a good direction to go.
They average over 300 on the left side. Inside fake. Kinslow's going to fake it. Oh, he's hit, but he gets away, spins right, looks downfield. Now he's going to run, and he's going to be tackled for a loss after a nice play by the defensive tackle of the Hornets, but he couldn't wrap up Kinslow, but he finally catches him, and it's a loss of 2 back to the 32-yard line, brings up 2nd down and 12.
It could have been 2nd down and about 24 or something like that because he was hit and spun away from the tackle and did pretty well just to lose what he lost. So 2nd down and 13. But on the previous 2 plays, the Zizzers averaging 41.5 yards. So go back to something more standard and see what happens here.
Zizzers in one single back. That's Lair. We got a flag on the play. I'm going to say somebody lined up in the neutral zone because that flag was thrown well before the ball was snapped. Dead ball, offsides against the Hornets, so somebody got in the neutral zone. That's going to be a mark off of 5. So instead of 2nd down and 13, it's going to be 2nd down and about, they're going to say 8. Yeah, 8. That'll work. Scissors lead 7-0, 8:37 to go, first quarter. Scissors touch the ball 1 time, touchdown. Kinslow to Lair, right side, behind some blocks, cuts to the outside, jumps the tackle, pushed out of bounds at about the, 17-yard line. That's enough for another West Plains first down.
11-yard pickup. That time they went the other direction, and Connor Lair was very patient that time. He took his time and read his blocks, was able to skirt around a couple of would-be tacklers, and now West Plains looking at 1st down and 10 from the 17.
Nobody in the backfield. That means somebody will come back in motion towards Kinslow as the ball set at the 17-yard line. It's Miller in motion. They fake to him. They throw the out pattern. It's caught there by number 19, which is the big guy. That's Josh
Leeser.
And Leeser picks up about 4, takes the ball down to the 14-yard line. Make it 3, and it's going to be 2nd down and 7. Scissors back to the line of scrimmage as they look at their hand pads or arm pads to see what play we're running. Snap. Kinslow looks left, throws left. And that ball is caught there by number 13, which I got to look him up. That's Watson Hafer. And Hafer takes it down to the 5-yard line, and we've got a Hornet down but I think he's just down because he's disappointed that they caught that ball.
Down to the 5-yard line. There's two names right there that you mentioned. Watson Hafer is going to be a really good contributor this year, really good athlete. And Josh Leeser, he had two touchdown catches last week. Big kid. He's going to be a real good weapon.
Zizzers at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal for West Plains. 7:42 to go, first quarter. Kinslow rolls right. Pressure comes. Throws it over the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of Miller. Just a little bit behind him. And the ball goes out of his hands, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and goal on a good pass, but just a tad enough behind him that Miller couldn't get his both hands on the ball.
That ball had a little smoke on it. He got it to him, and he didn't catch it, but neither did the secondary. So now 2nd down and 5 as West Plains has a chance to go up by 13 here in the first quarter.
7:36 to go, first quarter. West Plains on top, 7-0. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. Lair goes in motion. Lair comes back across the formation. They hand to Lair left side. Guess what? Touchdown, folks. He got touched at the 1-yard line, spins into the end zone. 5-yard touchdown by run with Lair with 7:33 to go in the ball game in the first quarter, and the Zizzers now lead by a score of 13-0.
You say sometimes, why would you try to throw the ball that previous play? Well, you're moving the ball so well on the ground, you can take a chance. If it doesn't work, you go back to the ground, and there you go.
Zizzers lead 13-zip. Kicks up. Oh, this one's not close.
That's good.
Oh, it went through? Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Mr. Official. It's 14-0. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Hi, this is Riley. And I'm Reese. Our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains have earned a reputation of standing behind the products we sell. That's why we carry Land Pride rotary cutters. Land Pride is heavy duty, packed with many features, and comes with a 5-year limited gearbox warranty. So if you are looking for a performance cutter for farm grass maintenance, stop in Lynch Equipment in West Plains and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown.
Lynch Equipment, your Land Pride and Coyote dealer of the Ozarks.
Stuart Morrison Ready Mix has been serving the Ozarks for over 3 decades. Think about that. And takes great pride in producing quality concrete, offering competitive prices. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix is ready to help you with all your residential, commercial, or agriculture concrete and rock needs. Give them a call today, 256-8171. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, where you get concrete results every time.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Ball set to kick it off as the Zizzers lead 14-zip. This one's not going to get to the end zone. It's going to be fielded at about the 2-yard line by the Hornets. Down the left side, stops. You're going to get tackled if you stop, and he does at the 16, 17-yard line, where the Hornets will have it 1st and 10 after a nice kick by Wall and a good coverage by the Zizzer offensive special teams unit.
Somebody held him up, and Garrett Drown popped him pretty good, and so West Plains will force Hillcrest to start inside their own 20-yard line. We may get it. We've got an officials timeout.
We got an officials timeout. Water break. So we keep it here, or we send it back for 30 seconds?
Well, we'll keep.
I know we got 27 sponsors this year, which is a bunch, and folks, you don't know how much that's appreciated by the folks that bring you the Zizzer football games here on KKDY. It's phenomenal to have that kind of support in the community.
And reflected in the number of people that watch our live stream. And we've got people watching Dubuque, Iowa. We've got people in Lee Summit, Missouri, Paducah, watching again. And Dagan Kinslow's grandmother, who lives in Wichita, is watching tonight. So we'd like to tell her hello and thanks for tuning us in here.
Kind of handy to have that video there. That, I mean, it's pretty nice to. We're pretty upbeat, baby.
Yeah, once that new press box went up, we just went whole hog. Last week, Reed was joking. He said, "I'm kind of cold. Can you turn that air up a little bit?" I said, "Those are words you never heard in this press box before."
Not in that one. Zizzers on defense, Hornets on offense. Last time they went 3 plays, backed up 4 yards. Zizzers in the white uniforms, red pants, black helmets. Hornets in the gray and blue. Snap back, inside handoff, and he's going to try to run outside, and that's not going to happen when number 39 for the West Plains Zithers, that's Jason.
Carter McCracken.
Yeah, that's Carter McCracken. Lopez is number 36.
Right. And that's
Carter is 39.
It's kind of hard to distinguish from up here, but we have someone viewing our broadcast from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Well, isn't it amazing what the web can do for you? That's the Eastern Seaboard. If we have anyone listed in California, we'd have it covered coast to coast, baby. Second down and about 14 for the Hornets. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes the snap, looks inside, nobody there. He's going to have to run because there was nobody to give it to, and guess what? The Zizzers decided, if you're going to keep it, we're going to tackle you for a loss of 5 more. Takes the ball all the way back to the 8.5-yard line, and the Hornets are slow getting up, and it's only 6:25 to go in the first quarter. You remember last year we started the year without Aiden Holt.
Yes.
And he came on board, I think it's about halfway through the season. And, man, what a whale of a player he is.
Yeah.
It's great to have him totally healthy out there because that's just one more, in this case, defensive weapon that you have that can flat get after people.
Looks like the Hornets are going to take a delay of game or they're going to have to take a timeout because the quarterback's on the sideline and talking to the coach. And now they're going to take timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Ball night back here with Harlan Nuts, and we're in Springfield at Hillcrest High School where the Zizzers lead the Hornets 14-0, 5:53 to go. Still in the first quarter, Hornets looking at a third down and about 20 from their own 8-yard line. Quarterback's back in the ball game. That's why they took the timeout so they didn't have to exit for a play. He looks things over. Zizzers are going to send some heat, and they jumped off sides. They drew the Zizzers off sides with the long count there. That's a 5-yard penalty, and that'll move the ball forward up to about the 13.5, 14-yard line, and it'll bring it up a third down and about 15.
Jim made a really good point a while ago. Of course, we've got, who knows how many people are watching our stream back home in West Plains, and we couldn't make the trip. But, again, we have a really good contingent over there in the West Plains side as Jim kind of pans over there. The Zizzers travel well.
Yes, they do. They do travel well. And you know who they're sporting because most of them got jerseys. Third down and 15 from the 18 or from the 14-yard line.
No blitz.
Floyd calls the play, throws it down the sideline over the head of the intended receiver. Hillcrest is looking for pass interference. Kinslow there to make the play along with Connor Lair. And that'll bring up a fourth down and about 15 to go, and looks like the Hornets may have to punt again.
If that had been a better pass, they might have had something of an argument there, but that ball was over right. Kinslow was over there with really good coverage that time.
Fourth down and about 14 to go from the 14-yard line. Zizzer send Lair back to receive the kick. This time he didn't go near as deep as Floyd is going to punt it away. Line drive. Hits the 48, takes a bounce. Oh, right to Lair. Lair picks it up down the sideline in front of the Zizzer bench. Lair down the sideline, knocked out of bounds finally at the Hornet 28-yard line. So the Zizzers have it first and 10 at the 29. And let's put some more points on the board, Harlan.
I get how he got the ball back to about the Hillcrest 45, But how he was able to stay in bounds and get all the way down to the 29-yard line, that's another 16 yards. So really good running and blocking on the sideline by West Plains.
Getting a lot of text messages saying, Paul, what's going on? How come we're winning so easily? And I said, I'm just telling them, boys, we're pretty good, and they're not.
Telling it like it is.
Zizzers have it, 1st and 10. They lead 14-zip, 5:36 to go in the first quarter. Kinslow in the backfield, motion across the set. Kinslow looks left, throws left. In and out of the hands, intended for the wide receiver, number 13, and that is Watson Hafer. And Hafer, once again, a little bit behind him. It's kind of hard to reach back and catch it when you can only get one hand on it.
I'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and West Plains has tried to throw on 1st down, but now let's see if they go back and try to pick up a few yards on the ground here.
Kinslow in the backfield by himself. This time Lair comes back in motion. Sets up right beside him. 2nd and 10. Snap. Hand the ball to Lair. Right side. Lair bounced around. Spins. Into the backfield. Guess what, folks? You can hit him. You can knock him around, but you're not going to if you don't tackle him, he's going to score like he just did right there. And now it is 20-0 West Plains with 5:22 to go here in quarter number 1.
That's a 29-yard touchdown run. So Connor returned the punt, then an incompletion, and a 2-play drive that covered that 29 yards. And West Plains is on top 20-0, and there's still 5:22 to go in the first quarter.
Back in to attempt the extra point. Braden Wall. Snap back. Cook puts it down. Kicks this one. Looks good for me. Officials agree. It's 21-zip. We'll be back in a minute. Here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
Hi, this is Taylor Grubaugh from Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet Buick GMC in West Plains. We are a best price store, meaning you can drive through on Sunday, see the best price in the window tag, and know what you're going to pay on Monday. That's how you get great buys from nice guys.
Find new roads at Taylor Grubaugh Chevy, Buick, and GMC.
Now's the time to get a deal on select Kubota tractors rated #1 in dependability and easy operation at Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment, your Kubota dealer. Right now, put 0 down and get 0 APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,400 at Edgeler and Harper. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Hi, this is John Edgeler. Remember, we are 2 names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, West Plains and Mountain Grove.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
I don't have COVID. I've never had a sense of smell. Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We got a ball game, 21-0 with 5:22 to go first quarter. Wall kicks it 3 yards deep in the end zone, so the Hornets will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20 as the Zizzers have dominated offensively and defensively here in the first quarter.
From a physical standpoint, at Hillcrest, it just doesn't match up. And from a speed standpoint, they really don't match up, and that's why we're looking at a 21-0 score. And it should be pointed out, after last week, obviously some work done this week, and we're 3 out of 3 on the point-after touchdown.
Yes, 3 for 3. And I don't think we had 3 all week last week, did we?
I don't know, but it's gotten a lot better.
Play clock down to 17, and the Hornets still don't have everybody on the field. New coach, first year, Lee Coleman. 5 seconds on the play clock. I don't think they're going to get this one off. And I was wrong because they snapped it with 1. Quarterback looks down the middle, plays clock, and the Hornets have a first down out to their own 38-yard line. Number 81 is on the receiving end of that one, and guess what? He's not on the roster.
He will be now. So there was a really good hit by Tristan Clark on the quarterback just as he
threw it, yes. Floyd stood in there and made a nice pass to number 81, who unfortunately is not on the program. And the Hornets have their first down of the ball game. Ball at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Floyd calls for the ball, snap back, pressure's coming from the left. He looks to the right. He's rolling to the right. Zizzer's having him in, run him out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So that's a gain of 2, and it brings up second down and 8.
I was muttering to myself, don't hit him when he went out of bounds.
No.
And that's a good sign. That's a sign that you're using your head and just not going full bore, because that was a perfect situation where you see personal fouls happen.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes. Especially when it's the quarterback.
Right.
Actually, they gave him out to the 40-yard line, so it's a gain of 3, and it brings up a third down and 7. Floyd in the backfield by himself. 5 wide receivers for the Hornets. Zizzers send 5 up the middle. Pressure comes, throws over the middle. Ball knocked away there by number 22 of the West Plains Zizzers, and that is Jesse Hudson. Knocked the ball away, and it brings up third down and 7 from the 40 with 4:42 to go in the first quarter, and it's still 21-0 West Plains.
He can throw the ball a little bit if he's given enough time to do it, but that's going to be a problem. West Plains has not blitzed really much at all tonight.
Nope, not yet. They've been sending the front 4, and that's it, and getting pressure on him with the front 4. This time they look like they're going to bring both backers. Snap back, and they only bring 4. Snap throw, it's incomplete. As number 45 for the West Plains Zizzers was there in a hurry. Nobody put a touch on Clark, and Clark forced a bad throw by the Hornets, and that's going to bring up fourth down and about 7 to go. Clark was in the backfield in a hurry.
He's been back there especially passing downs like that, and that is sort of a delay move on his part, and there's no one to block him. So now it's 4th down and 7 from the 40-yard line of Hillcrest, and the Hornets are going to have to kick it away again.
Well, I think they're going to go for it here. And as soon as I say that, they were going to kick it. And I think do we have a legal procedure, you think?
Yeah, it looks like it's on point, Hillcrest to me anyway.
Jumped off sides? Yep, they did. So that puts it back to the 35-yard line, and that'll probably ensure that this ball will be punted away by number 3. That is Mike Floyd, quarterback, linebacker, punter. He spends a lot of time out on the field.
That young man from Center Hill, I don't think that their quarterback ever left the field last week.
Their backup quarterback?
No,
the guy that started, yeah. But they lost their backup in the Jamboree earlier the week before, who was supposed to be a pretty good player. Supposed to be. 4th and 12. Punt. The way, almost rotten. He kicked this one down the left sideline. It's going to go out of bounds somewhere around the 35. In fact, they're going to mark it at the 34. So the Zizzers will take over in their own territory at their own 34-yard line, 66 yards away. And Harlan, let's make a little wager. I'm going to say it takes 4 plays to get in.
Okay.
Jim goes 2. Are you going to go more or less? You're the last man.
I'm still thinking here.
Oh, okay. 1st and 10 from the 34. Zizzers have the football and a 21-point lead.
I don't want to sound disrespectful to Hillcrest, but if we scored in 1 again, it wouldn't be
You wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Well, it depends. Miller's sitting right out here.
And they haven't tried to get the ball to him deep yet.
No, he scored on the little short pass that he turned up the middle. This time they're going to pitch it to him on the right side, and he's going to be hemmed in and then makes some people miss. Crosses the 35, gets knocked around at the 37. They're going to mark him all the way up to the 39. Good spot there for the Zizzers. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Now, as a former coach, let me ask you this question, because I've wondered about this at times. Why do you run the option to the short side of the field?
Because most defenses have more people on the wide side.
Oh, there's my answer.
Yep. If you're playing zone, playing man-to-man, it's evened up. But Hillcrest is playing a 4-deep zone. There's Miller, a handoff to the left side, and he's going to be tackled just short of the first down marker as they get him at the 38.5-yard line. He needed to get to the 39, except I think the officials are going to bring the sticks out. They haven't done much this evening. We've only played, 7 minutes, 8 minutes? 8.5?
8.5.
8.5. They say it's 3rd down and 1 from the 43-yard line. Zizzers have the ball. They lead 21-zip, 3:33 and counting down here in quarter number 1. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. Lair comes in motion. I bet he gets it. He's going to go to the right side. No. Kinslow up the middle. Kinslow down the right sideline in front of the Zizzer bench. Gets a block, and it was a block in the back. It was a block in the back. Miller caught the kid in the back, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the 30, but it's still enough for a first down, and Miller knew as soon as he hit the kid that he shouldn't have done that.
That was the first bad penalty of the year right there. I mean, he had the play in front of him.
Yeah.
And he really didn't need to block him.
No, he wasn't catching him.
He wasn't going to catch Kinslow, so that's a 15-yarder. But it should be a first down for West Plains.
Block in the back from the spot of the foul. That's going to take the ball back to the 40-yard line. That's obviously enough for a first down because the ball will be marked at the Hornet 40-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzers here in Hillcrest, or at Hillcrest in North Springfield, right off Grant Street. Grant's going to get an update. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. Let's see. Does anybody go in motion? Yes. Motion there by Dalton Cox. Cox in the backfield. He's going to fake. He's going to throw it over the middle and throws it right through the hands of Garrett Mahan. And Mahan had that one go right through his hands, and it brings up 2nd down. And Kinslow put some mustard on that one.
He did. And, we've got on this West Plains offense, we've got several kids that you would look at and say, well, there's your tight end. And say, oh, well, they're listed as wide receivers, but they're big enough they can play and athletic enough they can play inside or outside.
Play that H-back is what I call it. I think they name it something else. But Kinslow by himself, snap back. He looks quickly out here to Lair. Lair falls down at the 39-yard line. Tried to cut to the outside, goes down at the 39. That's a gain of 1, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the West Plains Zizzers.
He had some to run some football.
Yeah.
Tripped over the 40-yard line.
Yes, he did. Yeah. The 40-yard line made the tackle.
Turf Monster got him.
Turf does that to you once in a while.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. It's a little stickier.
So now West Plains will go. Well, it's
3rd and 9. 3rd and 9.
We're in good shape.
Clock's still running. We're down to 2:22 to go first quarter. Zizzers looking at a 3rd and 9 from the 39. Miller in motion. Zizzers take time because the play clock got down to 1. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio. KKDY 102.5.
Don's Auto Service in West Plains has been serving our community for more than 40 years, specializing in doing things better, from selling tires to completing quality auto repair and auto service. If you need tire-related services like an alignment or rotation, stop on in. We would be happy to help. Don's Auto Service is here for you.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
When you think anything for the office, think Bureau. From furnishings for the whole office, janitorial supplies, pens, paper, supplies, and more, think Bureau. See Reed and the crew for anything you need for the office, and they will deliver as well. Bureau is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, just off the square on West Plains, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at thinkbureau.com. That's thinkbureau.com.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hudson. We've got a 3rd down and 9 for the West Plains Zizzers from the Hornet 39-yard line. 2:15 to go first quarter. Kinslow in the backfield. He brings Miller across the formation. He fakes to him. He's going to keep it. Kinslow got the first down and more. To the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Kinslow. 39 yards out, no laundry on the field. We got a 27-0 ball game.
That wasn't a busted play. That was a called play.
That was a called quarterback draw.
Dagan ran the football quite a bit last year. He didn't run it too much last week, but we're going to see him do stuff like that a lot this year.
Ball in to attempt the extra point, Cook to hold. I'd tell you who the long snapper is, but he's not on my roster. I'll have to call Stacy Monday and find out who number 66 is. Snap back. Cook holds. Cooks away. A kick by Wall is good. He's 4 for 4. It's 28-0. We'll be back in a minute here on the radio. KKDY 102.5.
Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains is getting shipments every week, so now's the time to check out their new arrivals of couches, chairs, love seats, dining room furniture, appliances, and more. Check out the new arrivals and find the perfect furniture for your home. 24 months no interest with approved credit available. Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains, growing with the Ozarks since 1949. And Brown Furniture and Appliance is hiring. Stop by for details.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
HirschEquipment.com. This is a game changer for anyone looking for equipment. That's because all of Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply's equipment inventory is now listed on one site. You can find tractors, lawn equipment, trailers, livestock equipment, pre-owned inventory, and more. In fact, you can go to the site and get a quote and get the value of your trade. Now, there's no reason to put it off. Get what you need today with the help of HirschEquipment.com.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
28-zip. Zizzers lead at 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wall to kick it away. He's 4 for 4 in extra points. There's been one return on his kickoffs. And this one's going to come down at the 1-yard line, bounce into the end zone. That's another touchback, and the Hornets are going to have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 20, Harlan. And the Zizzers have been, would you say dominant?
Whatever word is beyond dominant, pretty much.
Hornets have one first down and haven't stopped the Zizzers yet.
It's just a mismatch.
It is a mismatch.
Here north of I-44. And that's a tough thing. Hey, I saw an old Facebook post popped up the other day after we broke that losing streak. Remember that from a few years ago with Steve Airy's second year? That was a great night. So, sometimes you got to start all over, and that's kind of where Hillcrest is.
Yeah, that's where they are right now. 28-zip, the Zizzers defense on the field. Hornets have the ball. Snap back. They look to throw. They throw it down the left. It's going to be caught, hit immediately. Nice play there by number 22 for the Zizzers. That's Jesse Hudson, and it's a gain of 5, but it brings up 2nd down and 5 for the Hornets from their own 25-yard line.
Jesse Hudson had some games last year. He was one of the most consistent defensive players, and that's just one more luxury, one more playmaker there on the defensive side.
And I see this week that Lair's playing in the, I'm going to call it the free safety position, and Kinslow's moved out to corner.
That's where he played last week.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He didn't play safety?
He was at safety most of the time.
Oh, last week, yes. Yeah, now this week he's at corner. Ball's thrown up in the air. It's going to be caught. Nice play by the Hornet receiver. That play caught there by now. I think it was number 15, Gabe Cisco, wide receiver. He makes a play at the Zizzer 50-yard line, or they're going to mark him down at the 47. And I think they've also got the Zizzers for a pass interference call. They'll probably decline that.
I would imagine so. That was not bad coverage by Jesse Hudson. It was not a real good throw, but boy, what a whale catch. Really good catch.
Hornets are in Zizzer territory for the first time. We're at 1:16 to go in quarter one. They trail 28-0, but they have their second first down of the ball game at the Zizzer 47-yard line. Floyd in the backfield in the shotgun. Ball's on the ground. He picks it up, but he's hit immediately. Bad snap. I think it hit the center's right leg. Hit the ground, and Floyd was lucky to get on top of it. Loses 3 back. They're going to mark it 2 back to the 49, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 12. And the Hornets were really just kind of lucky to get the ball back as the Zizzer defensive line was in the backfield in a hurry. They were kind of teeing off on that one.
They've got time for a couple more plays. Play clock down to 15, and the game clock is at 35. 35.
Yep.
So time for a couple more plays, but I can't imagine that Hillcrest is real enthusiastic about trying to put the ball up.
Cisco looks left, throws right. Oh, my, look at that. Somebody. Oh, nice play there made by number 22. saved a touchdown was Jesse Hudson as somebody lost their man. He was uncovered all the way down to the, 5-yard line?
I don't think anyone ever had him.
No, he ran right down the middle of the field, and nobody picked him up. And Hudson ran him down, tripped him up at about the 7. He fell down at the 5, where it's going to be 1st and goal for the Hornets with less than 10 seconds to go. They're just going to let this go. We're going to go to the other end. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
256-7628. Write it down. Program it in your phone. Just make sure you have it handy. That is the number to J&J Recovering and Towing. Make sure that is your first call when you break down or have an accident. They will answer the phone no matter what time, 24/7, and they will get there fast. J&J Recovering and Towing will take it to the destination of your choosing. So for fast, reliable towing, call J&J Recovering and Towing, 256-7628.
The sun is coming up in the Ozarks, and what better way to make your day than by eating at the famous Ozark Cafe. Ozark Cafe serves some of the best home cooking in the Ozarks. It's all there for you with a menu that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with breakfast served anytime. New hours are 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Sundays. Ozark Cafe at 662 Missouri Avenue in West Plains. Make your day at the Ozark Cafe.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. It's start of the second quarter finally. Zizzers lead 28-0, but the Hornets have the ball first down and goal to go from the 5-yard line. Number 3, that's Mike Floyd in the backfield by himself. Well, no, he's not by himself. He's back there with number 43. That's Dante Sample. Floyd calls for the ball. He looks left, throws left high in the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown for the Zizzers, for the Hornets, as the ball's recovered there by number 11, and that would be Cole Riesenmeyer. And it's a 28-6 ball game.
Well, that's 2 straight plays where it looked like
Kinslow was beat by the play, they call it the pylon route.
But that's 2 plays in a row throwing the football that Hillcrest has found someone.
Yes, wide open.
Wide open.
And to attempt the extra point for the Hornets, number 16, that would be Austin Miller, freshman. He's the kicker. 28-6 is our score. Snap, back, places down, kicks up. Looks to me like it was good, and it is. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
The Dream Factory of South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas are making dreams come true for critically and chronically ill children. Our local Dream Factory needs your help. If you would like to make a donation or know a child that is chronically ill in our area that we can help make their dream come true, please call 417-255-5615. This is a not-for-profit organization.
Has your doctor prescribed CPAP therapy? If so, we can help you learn the proper way to use it for the best results. Hi, I'm Tracy Johnson, respiratory therapist at Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment. Sleep apnea can cause other health problems if left untreated, such as hypertension, stress, and depression. We can make sure your equipment is operating properly and help you through your treatment. See us at Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, your trusted provider of home medical equipment for over 35 years.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We've got a 28-7 ball game as the Hornets get on the board on 2 pass plays that the Zizzers, well, the first one they didn't defend very well at all, and the second one, Kinslow got beat into the corner, and a nice throw and a nice catch, and it's 28-7. Set to kick off for the Hornets is, I believe that's number 4. That is Zoe Shentu. Close enough. It's a line drive over the head of ground into the end zone, and so the Zizzers will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line with a 21-point lead with 11:56 to go here in quarter number 2.
Well, Simon, if you're West Plains, time to refocus here.
Yes.
because we've kind of let things get away. And now we have a flag. Do we have a flag on the field?
I don't think so.
Or is that the kicking? That may be the kicking tee I'm seeing out there. There's something on the field they haven't picked up. West Plains ball from the 20-yard line. That's what it's going to be.
It's Zizzer football, 1st and 10 from the 20. They scored every time, and they just gave up their first touchdown of the ball game on 2 pass plays back-to-back.
I don't think Hillcrest has enough players out there.
They're looking for a defensive end who's gradually getting out there.
They've got 9. Now they got 10 on the field. They're still shy somebody.
Kinslow going to run to the left side where nobody was, and he's going to have some blockers in front of him. He's going to get about 8, 9, and there's a flag. Is that going to be a face mask, or is it going to be a block in the back?
I thought it was going to be holding on West Plains at first, but they didn't throw the flag on that particular part of the play. Then the flag came out the end, and that makes me think face mask.
I was going to say, when they throw it straight up in the air rather than where the flag or the penalty occurred, personal foul, face mask, good call, Harlan.
Just
against the Hornets, that's a 15-yarder. That'll take the ball down to the or out to the 45-yard line of the Zizzers, so they get the first down with the penalty, and it's 1st and 10, West Plains from their own 45. They get to the line of scrimmage. They look at their armbands, and here we go. In the ball game, number 3, Sellers Gabe. I wonder if that's Gabe Sellers. I bet it is Gabe Sellers. Miller carries to the left side, gets around the corner, gets knocked around, finally goes down, all the way down to the Hornet 34-yard line, and it looked like he was going to get 5 or 6, and he gets 24.
20 plus on the carry, which is an indication, I think. You know, sometimes you forget the difference between a junior and a senior, and you have a summer in the weight room, and it makes all the difference in the world.
1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzers. Kinslow in the backfield. This time back there with him is number 7. That's Parker McGinley. Kinslow rolls right. Throws it over the middle. Caught. Number 27 on the reception, that is Garrett Mahan. And Mahan was knocked out of bounds at the... They're going to mark him out at the 10, so that's a pickup of about 24 again. And it's another Zizzer first down.
That was Heston Miller on the reception that time.
And we're at 11:19 to go. Clock is stopped with the out of bounds, and it's 28-7. Zizzer's on top. Ball at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, West Plains. Kinslow and Miller in the backfield.
An acre of room on the left side.
Yes, there is. And Miller can't find his spot, so he decides to sit there, and they're going to put a man in motion. Inside handoff, and that's number, oh, my gosh, what a run. Oh, they're going to mark him down at the 1. That's number 6. That's Dalton Cox, and Cox ran right through 2 would-be tacklers and got tripped up just short of the goal line. They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line where it's going to be 2nd down and goal to go from the 1. Zizzer's going to punch this one in right here. I'm going to say Kinslow or Lair, or Kinslow. Now they're going to get Cox. He's back there. They're going to give him the chance, and he does. Not touched into the end zone. Zizzer score. It's 34-7 with 10:40 to go here in quarter number 2. And the Zizzers just keep pouring it on. The Zizzers offense moving the ball at ease against a very, very soft Hillcrest defense. Soft is a nice word. Coarse would be a better one. Wald's attempt the extra point, Cook to hold. Wall 4 for 4, and that probably just jinxed him. Snap back, good one. Ball's down, kicks up. I think it's good. It is. He's 5 for 5, and the Zizzers go on top, 35-7, with 10:40 to go here in quarter number 2, and we'll be back in 2 minutes here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
It's the little things in life that make it worth living. And it's those moments that make us truly feel alive that are worth celebrating. With each new day comes more reasons to celebrate. So the next time you find yourself truly feeling alive, celebrate the occasion with the crisp, light, refreshing taste of 7-Up. Today is your day, so make the most of it. 7-Up, the official sponsor of feeling alive.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, or to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Full night back here with Harlan Hutchinson. The ball was kicked off while we were at break, and the ball's taken out to the 25-yard line by the Hornets, where they'll have it 1st and 10 as they trail 35-7. Still 10:33 to go in the first half. And Harlan, we may be here till what time was it? We got out of Glendale last year, about 11.
2 minutes till 11, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. It was a 4-hour ball game.
I got a feeling the second half's going to move a whole lot faster.
Let's hope it does. Hornets trail. They have the football. Zizzer defense on the field. I got a feeling that they're going to try to watch where number 81 goes, and he's going to go wide to the right side. Kinslow's on him, or Kinslow's over here on the right side now. He played the left corner a while ago. Now he's on the right side. Man in motion. Inside handoff. They fake. It's kept by the quarterback, and that's number 3, Mike Floyd. And Floyd picks up maybe one as they march him to the 26-yard line, where it's going to be second down and about 9 to go. And he's a little wobbly, but he's headed to the sideline to get the play.
Along with listeners from the immediate area, we've got Nate listening to us in Nixa, and Andrew Madden is watching the broadcast from Orange Beach, Alabama.
Orange Beach.
Orange Beach.
Did they get hit by the hurricane any? Alabama? See, Louisiana, Alabama.
Probably got a ton of rain.
They probably got some rain, yeah. Snap back. There's a whoop. We got a flag on the play. We got to delay a game as the play clock ran down to 0. So the Hornets are going to lose 5 on that one. That'll take it back to the 21-yard line, where it's going to be second down and 14 for the Hornets from their own 21. Zizzers lead 35-7. 9:45 to go here in quarter number 2, as West Plains has been in complete control of this ball game. Complete control, except for those 2 plays. Floyd throws it, hit just as he released the ball, and it gets out there to the wide receiver and makes the reception. It's a pickup of 3, and both the receiver and the quarterback paid the price on that one, as the Zizzers made contact just before the ball was, or just after the ball was released, and as soon as the ball was caught, somebody was there to make a hit, and it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the 30 or 25-yard line. They got to get to the 36 for a 1st and 10. Hornets have the ball. They trail 35-7 with 9 to go in quarter number 2.
Carter McCracken was the guy that got the quarterback, and boy, he put a bump on it.
He did.
And I'll give Floyd credit. He got up from it. That was a tough hit.
Zizzers in a 5-man front. They bring all 5, or they bring 4 of the 5. Ball's thrown up in the air, and that time it was Lair on a safety blitz, and Lair makes the tackle, and Floyd gets up a little slower this time. 4th down and 11 for the Hornets. The clock stopped at 8:55 to go, quarter number 2.
And Connor got him. Got him good.
Yes, he did. Came on a safety blitz.
But again, he gets up, walks off the field.
Play clock just now starting, so they got plenty of time to decide whether they're going to punt or try to go for it on 4th and 11 from their own 25, which somehow I don't think that's going to happen. But they go to that short punt formation. The Zizzers have used that in the past. Floyd takes a snap. Zizzers bring pressure up the middle. High kick. It's going to hit at the 45 and take a bounce, and it's going to be down at the 44-yard line, or make it the 43, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for West Plains.
Really good field position. West Plains has had good field position most of this football game, but wherever they've started, it's usually ended the same way.
Yeah.
So trying to hit that 2-0 mark before we have Rolla come to West Plains and Zizzer Stadium next week, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because Rolla
I think they were going to be one of the better. They're one of the better teams,
or one of the improved teams.
Yeah, in the Ozark Conference. Zizers have it first down and 10 at their own 43. That offensive line done a good job this evening of keeping the blue shirts or gray shirts, blue pants out of the backfield. Kinslow calls for the ball. He looks down the middle. As soon as I say that, they get some pressure. He throws it in the flat. Lair catches it. Lair gets away from two tacklers. He's got one to beat. He's got him beat. He's got a block. Now he's got another one at the 10. He makes him miss. Connor Lair just went all the way on a spectacular play. 57 yards and another Zizzer touchdown.
Well, that was kind of like the touchdown last year at Kickapoo, where he went straight up the field. This time down the sideline, at least four guys had legitimate cracks at him, but he used that stiff arm, got loose, and got in the end zone. What a spectacular run. 57 yards for Connor Lair.
A nice throw and catch, and then Lair was a lot of run. He caught the ball at about the 45-yard line and then made people miss all the way down the sideline for the touchdown. 41-7, 8:30 to go, second quarter. Ball in to attempt the extra point. Cook calls for the ball, snaps back, kicks down, kicks away, and it is good. He is 6 for 6. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio. KKDY 102.5.
Hey, this is Damon with TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our West Plains Zizzers. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of all parts for all models of all trucks and trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt online at tlgtrucks.com or find us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
You may not need an electrician every day, but when you do, choose SRS Electric in West Plains. Sean and his crew at SRS Electric will get the job done. They're dependable, reliable, and honest. Whether you need a new house wired, you need new light fixtures installed, or just simple repairs, remember SRS Electric. Find out why people recommend SRS Electric in West Plains. Find them on Facebook or call 274-0787.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Ball kicks this one. It's a high one. It's going to come down at the 10-yard line, fielded there by the Hornets to the 20. There's a lot of white jerseys around, and he is drilled at the 22-yard line.
Lopez.
Nice play by Lopez, the player of the week defensively last week, and he may just won the Special Teams Award with that play right there.
Isn't that something? And Lopez makes so many plays, and, to be really good, you got to have a lot of guys that can play like that, and West Plains does. But, boy, Jason Lopez, since early last season, right through last year and into this season, he has turned into one heck of a football player.
Timeout on the field. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Driving in the fall and winter months can be challenging. You never know what Mother Nature will bring each day. Make sure your tires have plenty of tread. Give Wilbanks Tire a chance to sell you a new set of tires. Once you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you can come in anytime for free tire rotation for the life of your tires. So once a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you will always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire. Wilbanks Tire, 201 West 2nd Street in West Plains.
West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchison. We've got 8:23 to go, second quarter. Zizzers lead 42-7. Hornets have the ball. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line. They try to run a sweep to the right side. Nothing there. It's going to bring up a second down from the 24-yard line. I said 23. They actually marked it at the 24. So it's second down and 10. From the 24, the ball sits right in the middle of the field for the West Plains defense.
Let me mention here as we go back to play, the football live videos presented by Mr. Dent Collision Repair and Ozarks Healthcare. Scoreboard sponsored by Ink Monkey Screen Printing and Graphics. Hurstfeed and Farm Supply is your sponsor for our pregame, halftime, and postgame. Thank you all very much. And we've got a bunch of other sponsors I want to mention here in just a little bit.
Second down and 10 from the 24. Oh, my. That was a contact made by Connor Lair on Mike Floyd. And Floyd kind of says, I didn't see that one coming. Yeah. And that's a loss all the way back to the 16-yard line. So a loss of about 8. And it brings up third down and 10 as Lair came from the outside on a blitz. Nobody touched him until he touched Floyd in the backfield for the loss of 8. Clock continues to run. We're at 7 minutes to go in the first half. Zizzers lead 42-7 here at Hillcrest High School. And Harlan's already mentioned the fact next week, folks, big ball game at Zizzer Stadium as the Bulldogs come to town. And now the Bulldogs get a delay of game because of the play clock going to 0. And then they take a timeout. We'll be back in a minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Ozark.
We all love things that are free, like the free gift you receive when you open a free checking account, business or personal, at West Plains Bank and Trust Company. You can even score free gifts for your family and friends if you refer them and they open free checking accounts. Plus, earn a free gift for yourself each time your referrals open an account. Visit us in West Plains, Mountain View, or Willow Springs for more information and find out for yourself why customers leave as friends. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
All right, back here with Harlan Hutchinson. Harlan, tell us about some of them sponsors.
On the video side, thanks to Mr. Dent Collision Repair, Ozarks Healthcare, Ink Monkey Screen Printing and Graphics, Hurstfeed and Farm Supply, Edgeler and Harper, Kubota, Dairy Queen, and Taco Alejandro's Main Street Boutique, Burton Creek Medical Clinic, Pruitt's Pool and Spa, Butler Heating and Air, and back to Paul.
We're back. Hornets have the ball third down and about 18 from their own 14-yard or 16-yard line. They got a new quarterback in the ball game. That's number 11, and he says, I'm not taking a hit like that. I'm going to hand off. Quarterback came in there as Cole Greisenmeyer. Greisenmeyer caught the touchdown pass, and now it brings up a fourth down and about 17 to go. Zizzer defense was there to make the play. Clock's running, 6:35 and counting down here in the first half, and the Zizzers in complete control here, 42-7. Other sponsors on the video side, McFarland's Fine and Sport, Ozark Cafe, CarStar, Global's Collision Repair, and Community First Banking Company. Set to punt is Kriesmeyer. Kriesmeyer kicks it away. It's straight up in the air. Literally straight up in the air. It hits at the 30, takes a Hornet bounce to the 41, 42-yard line where the Zizzers will take over. First and 10 at the Hornet 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, but I think the punter downed his own punt.
Yes, he did. He punted it, and then he covered it.
He knew where
he's an athlete. He's an athlete. Mark it at the 41-yard line where it's first and 10. Zizzers come out on the field, led by number 70, Magnus Sanders. Big man on over the football. And there's some big guys up front, Harlan. There's some big folks wearing them jerseys number 60s, 50s, and 70s. Goes in motion is, that's not Miller.
Here's Cox.
Cox again. Cox to the right side, gets down to the 31-yard line, so that's a pickup of 10, and that's going to be close to a first down. And one of the Hornets is down on the field as he was trying to make the tackle, and he went down. He gets himself up. He goes back to the huddle, and the Hornets look like they're out of breath. Zizzers come to the line of scrimmage. Hornets try to get some new people into the lineup. Now they got 12 on the field. Better count them, folks. There's 12 out there. Hand off to Cook. Cook to the left side. Cuts it up into the terrain. Cook spins. It's down to the 15-yard line. That's enough for another Zizzer. First down as the clock continues to glow down. And we got a flag on the play. And what is it? I think that's going to be against West Plains.
That's too bad. That's a 16-yard run, well blocked, but it's going to be called back because of something.
Hayden Cook was the carrier of the football, but they got the Zizzers for a hold in the backfield, and that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, so that's going to set up a first down and about 23. So first and 23 from the Hornet 43-yard line. We got to get right close to the 20, first and 10. Kinslow still at the quarterback position. Back there with him is number 6, that's Cox. Wing back looks like number 23, Miller. Kinslow down the field, intended for a Cook, and it's overthrown, incomplete. That'll bring up a second down as Kinslow took a shot just as he got rid of the ball, but it's incomplete pass. It'll bring up second down and 22 with 5:24 to go here in the half.
Still a lot of different ways you can go. It's second down and very long, but that will probably cause Hillcrest to play a little softer in the secondary, which eliminates some of your run support if West Plains wants to put it on the ground again.
And that was one time where Kinslow had some pressure in his face, and the Hornet defensive line made a difference in that throw right there. Kinslow calls for the ball. He hands to Cook left side. Cook up the middle. Cook inside the 25. Cook to the 20. To the 10. Oh, no, it's not the 10. That's the 15. He's tackled down at the 11, 12-yard line, and that's enough for a first down as number 15, that's Hayden Cook, picks up the first down for the West Plains Zizzers as 5:15 to go here in the half, and we got some. Why is the clock stopped? There we go. Get that clock running.
That was about 28 yards on the carry that time. That was a nice run. Same play they ran a while ago that got called back.
Kinslow in the backfield by himself. Cook goes wide right. I can't see who's wide left, but he comes back in motion. That's Cox. Cox in the backfield. Cox gets the ball. No, it's not. It's inside handoff. That was to Miller. Isn't that Miller?
Yes. Inside the 5. That's close to the first down.
And somebody's taking a timeout. Timeout taken by the officials. So we'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Owning your home or farm is an American dream. Wiles Abstract and Title help you accomplish that dream by having expanded services to make buying or selling real estate seamless. Closing services include electronic signatures, which limits the number of physical signatures needed.
This is Ashley Matajak at Wiles Title. Buying and selling real estate is an exciting time. Don't let the stress overwhelm you. Choose Wiles Title and let us take care of it for you. It's your choice. Choose Wiles Abstract and Title on the Square, downtown West Plains.
Hi, this is Riley. And I'm Reese. Our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains have earned a reputation of standing behind the products we sell. That's why we carry Land Pride rotary cutters. Land Pride is heavy duty, packed with many features, and comes with a 5-year limited gearbox warranty. So if you are looking for a performance cutter for farm grass maintenance, stop in Lynch Equipment in West Plains and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown.
Lynch Equipment, your Land Pride and Coyote dealer of the Ozarks.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Well, as we were gone, Kinslow goes in from 4 yards out to put the Zizzers on top 48-7 with 4:13 to go in the first half as Kinslow took the hand, or he didn't even take the snap. He took the snap, kind of looked like he wanted to throw, and ended up running around the left end for a touchdown, and Zizzers go on top 48-7 with 4:13 to go. Wall in to attempt the extra point. Snaps back, kicks up, and he is now 7 for 7. And it's a 49-7 ball game. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Current Incorporated is searching for highly motivated individuals to join their growing company. They're looking to hire people for electrical, HVAC, and sales, and they're willing to train the right candidate even if you don't have experience in these fields. So if you're looking for a new career, contact Current Incorporated today. Current Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Real fast service right to your door. Call 257-0504. 257-0504.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We got a 49-7 ball game. 4 minutes to go still in the first half. Wall, a line drive kick this time along the ground. It's picked up at the 22-yard line. The Zizzers there immediately, brought down at the 26, where the Hornets will have it 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line.
Hard spot for Hillcrest right here because, as Paul has mentioned a couple of times, they really look worn down, and that's not a surprise the way this first half has gone. And here they are down by 42 points with halftime looming here, about 4 minutes to go. What's going to happen here in the last 4 minutes?
They'd just like to see the clock run.
They've been trying to run the clock by taking all the time they can on the play clock, but that doesn't start, or the game clock doesn't start till they snap the ball here.
Floyd's back in the ball game, number 3 at quarterback. Tailback, number 43, Dante Sample, and he's handled it one time. Throw out there, as soon as I say that, they're going to try to throw it to him, and they can't make the connection. That's going to bring up a second down, stops the clock with 4 minutes to go in the first half, and it's a 49-7 ball game. Ziller's in complete control. It's just a matter of how many are we going to score in the second half when that clock's running. How many are we going to score in the first half? We still got 4 minutes to go.
He was just as well off not completing that pass because
he would have got hurt.
Aiden Holt, Dagan Kinslow, they were all over there, and others were on the way. West Plains, it's not just their speed, but it's their quickness.
They get to the ball.
Yeah.
They get to the ball in a hurry. Hornets line up in the shotgun formation, call for the play. He rolls to his left. He throws it down the sideline. It's incomplete. And down goes Floyd again. This time he's slow getting up, and we got a flag on the play, and I think it's a personal foul. It is, roughing the passer, as two of the Zizzers, and I can't see the number. One of them's number 66, which I don't think he's on the roster. Oh, 66 is. That's not Jalen. We got 65. 65. Marks got there a little bit too late and got called for roughing the passer. That's a first down. Takes the ball out to the 40-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Hornets with exactly 4 minutes to go in the first half.
A really good play that time also by Jason Lopez on the incompleted pass. The receivers just run straight up the hash mark, and Jason could legitimately, taking him apart, really have blown him up, and he pulled up and didn't hit him. That was smart.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Floyd calls for the ball, looks, pressure, throws it out there in the flat, and that had nowhere to go except backwards, as the Zizzers had that smelled out as, once again, the Zizzer defense was there to make the play. That time, I think that's number 63, I think, Harlan, is it? Turn around so I can see your number, buddy.
Miles Foster.
Yes, it is number 63. It was right there.
6'4", 230, and he was nearly in a position to intercept that pass.
Yeah, he puts his hands up. He might have caught it. Second down and 10. Ball still at the 40-yard line. Hornets have it. 10 seconds to go on the play clock, so they're probably going to have to use a timeout or take another 5-yard penalty for a delay of game. And they're going to take a timeout. We'll be back in a minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Hi, this is Taylor Gruball with Taylor Gruball Chevrolet Buick GMC in West Plains. We have a new goal we're trying to reach before the end of September, so we have our rock bottom prices in all the vehicle windows. The best price just got better. These vehicles will not last, so stop by today. Do not delay to get great buys from nice guys.
Find new roads today.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Gruball Chevrolet in West Plains.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hudson. Just as we come back, the Hornets try to run a jet sweep to their sideline. Looked like it had some place to go, but the Zizzers closed quickly one time. That time, ground came up quick, made the play, and it brings up 3rd down and 10 as the clock now continues to run. We're at 3:30 to go in the first half. Zizzers on top, 49-7. That's right, folks, 49-7. And we've played less than a half. 3rd and 10. Floyd in the backfield. Calls for the Zizzers jumped off sides as he called for the ball, and the Zizzers were bringing the blitz, and the blitz got caught. Now it's 3rd and 5. There were several white shirts across the line of scrimmage that time before the ball was snapped, and we have a few substitutions due to that.
Into the football game for West Plains now is Austin Davis, 6'2", 230 pounds, and he really played well last season, filling in on the defensive line.
3rd down and 5 from the 45. Snap back, 4-man brush. Floyd down the left sideline. Got a man open, and it's overthrown just out of the reach as the Hillcrest Hornets had a chance for a big play there, but it was just outside the reach of the intended receiver. That brings up 4th down and 5 from their own 45-yard line.
That was one of the best balls easily that we've seen this quarterback.
Floyd, that was a nice thrown ball.
Just a little bit lengthy intended for Zhao Shadow, and so now it brings up 4th down. Looks like they may actually go for it.
I think that this is their play formation rather than the punt, because when they punt, they put him on the other side. Now they just lost the 5 they got back as the left guard moved before the snap. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 10, and I doubt if it changes their philosophy much with 3 minutes to go in a half. And they line up in the shotgun. Snap back. This time he's going to kick it, and it's a line drive, and it hits at the 25, goes straight in the air. Then it takes a Hillcrest bounce inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line where the Zizzers will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line with 2:51 to go here in quarter number 2.
Last week in the first half against Center Hill, West Plains threw the ball deep to Heston Miller and his direction 3 times, and we really haven't seen him do that yet tonight, but haven't had to. Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see that here before the end of the half. Because that's a big part of West Plains offense. Just showing that you've got the ability to crank one off from wherever you are on the field.
Kinslow's in the ball game, but Miller's not. Kinslow turns, hands deep in the eye to, I believe that was Cox. And Cox, on the left side, gets out to the 25-yard line, so that's a pickup of 13, and it brings up a Zizzer first down on the play as the clock stops with the first down. 2:43 to go. Zizzer's on top by a large margin, 49-7.
Jared Lammy is a linebacker, and the Zizzers ran a trap play, and he found out why it's called a trap because he thought no one was going to block him, and here came somebody from his left and just wiped him out.
Kinslow in the backfield with Cox again. Play clock down to 7. Zizzer's letting the clock go. Kinslow, handoff inside. Who's this one? That's
Garrett Brown.
Garrett Brown, and Garrett Brown may go. Let's see, Garrett, can you outrun him? Garrett, can you outrun him? Let's see. Yes, one official says yes. The other official says he's out at the 1-yard line. let's see who was going to win this battle. And it looks like the official in the middle gets the call as Drown just went, he went 75 yards. So the Zizzers score with 2:20 to go as Drown goes 75 yards on the inside handoff, and the Zizzers lead by a score of 55-7, rolls into attempt the extra point. And that's the first time Drown's touched the ball tonight.
He'll be touching it more if he keeps that kind of stuff up.
Well, yeah, because I haven't seen Lair, Miller, or Hafer, either one, since we got up 35-7. Wall attempts the extra point. Zizzers with a huge lead, kicks up. This one looks as good as goal, and it is. It's 56-7. 2:20 to go. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back in a minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Now's the time to get a deal on select Kubota tractors rated #1 in dependability and easy operation at Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment, your Kubota dealer. Right now, put 0 down and get 0 APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,400 at Edgeler and Harper. Now through December 31st, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Hi, this is Charlene Smith. Remember, we are 2 names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, Mountain Grove and West Plains.
Don's Auto Service in West Plains has been serving our community for more than 40 years, specializing in doing things better, from selling tires to completing quality auto repair and auto service. Speaking of services, Don's Auto Service can provide a wide range of auto services and auto repair, including air conditioning performance checks and service, batteries, belts, brakes, alignments, engine analysis and service, oil changes, shocks and struts, scheduled maintenance, tune-ups, wheel balancing, and more. Don's Auto Service is here for you.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
All night back here with Harlan Hutchinson is while we were away in our 1-minute commercial break. The Zizzers kicked it away as officials are going to say, let's get this game moving along a little quicker. And the Hornets bring it all the way back out to the 33-yard line on the little line drive kick. And it's 1st and 10 for the Hornets with 2:12 to go here in the first half. Zizzers on top, 56-7. You think Floyd's going, Coach, do we have to throw it again?
I'd be saying, Coach, it's not going to matter. Let's run the football for a while.
Floyd's in the ball game. Zizzers with 4 down linemen this time. Snaps back. He hands off to the inside. It's taken there by number 43. I think that's Sample. And it is Sample. And Sample gets nowhere on that play and brings up a 2nd down and 10. But more importantly, we're inside 2 minutes to go in the first half. And the Zizzers on top, 56-7.
Andrew Biddick is watching in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Pretty place, boy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And as far as we were asked, Roger Good was asking us on our live stream when the turbo clock kicks in. Now, you told me.
I think it's, if you're up by 35 at half, it starts the second half. And you think it starts fourth quarter.
We'll see.
We'll see here in about 20 minutes. Another inside handoff. This time Sample gets thrown in the backfield for a loss of 1, maybe 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. And if the clock runs according to what's on there now, we're going to have one more play, and it will be halftime.
Miles Foster on the stop that time for West Plains, and we've called his name a couple of times tonight, the 6'4", 230-pound junior. He's made a few plays, and so that's how you make an impression and stay out there.
Play clock down to 15. The Hornets probably run one more and say, let's go to the coaches are taking off their headsets, so they're ready to head to the press bar, to the field house. 3rd down and 11. Inside jet sweep to the right side. No, it's the quarterback. Keep it up the middle, and he's stopped for no gain. And that's going to be the last play of the half as the Zizzers are going to go into the halftime with a 56-7 lead unless West Plains takes the timeout and forces a punt. But I don't think that's going to happen. The Hornets are headed to the field house. The Zizzers are going to stay on the field until they know nothing's going to happen. And Harlem, it's 56-7 at halftime. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
When you think anything for the office, think Bureau. From furnishings for the whole office, janitorial supplies, pens, paper, supplies, and more, think Bureau. See Reed and the crew for anything you need for the office, and they will deliver as well. Bureau is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, just off the square on West Plains, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at thinkbureau.com. That's thinkbureau.com.
Bonnie's Outdoors at the Southern Hills Shopping Center in West Plains is ready for fall hunting and fishing seasons. They've got boots, camo, and of course, lots of fishing gear, rod and reel combos, fishing line, all the top baits, and of course, hunting blinds, deer stands, trophy rocks, and game cameras. Find everything you need for the fall hunting and fishing season at Bonnie's Outdoors, Southern Hills Shopping Center, West Plains. Gift cards are always available.
Brown Furniture and Appliance has a 4.5 cubic foot washing machine with agitator in stock for only $569.95. You heard right. Need a dryer as well? Get the matching dryer and only pay $10.99 for the set, saving you even more money. Brown Furniture and Appliance also has upright and chest-type freezers in stock. Get 24-month no-interest financing with approved credit. Brown Furniture and Appliance, growing with the Ozarks since 1949. Brown Furniture and Appliance is now hiring. Stop in for details.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
Hi, this is Mark. We have great news. Right now, the Bad Boy tractors are on the lot and priced right. Yes, you heard that right, Bad Boy tractors. Stop in and check out the compact tractors with low-rate financing available. They are built Bad Boy tough to carry the load. Hirsch knows tractors. See us today.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply since 1974. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we're more than a farm store.
256-7628. Write it down. Program it in your phone. Just make sure you have it handy. That is the number to J&J Recovering and Towing. Make sure that is your first call when you break down or have an accident. They will answer the phone no matter what time, 24/7, and they will get there fast. J&J Recovering and Towing will take it to the destination of your choosing. So for fast, reliable towing, call J&J Recovering and Towing, 256-7628.
The sun is coming up in the Ozarks, and what better way to make your day than by eating at the famous Ozark Cafe. Ozark Cafe serves some of the best home cooking in the Ozarks. It's all there for you with a menu that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with breakfast served anytime. New hours are 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Sundays. Ozark Cafe at 662 Missouri Avenue in West Plains. Make your day at the Ozark Cafe.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
We're at halftime. Paul Knight here with Harlan Hutchinson. The Zizzers lead 56-7. And Harlan, do we want to go through the scoring, or do we just want to say we scored 4 times in the first quarter and 5 times in the second quarter, 4 times in the second quarter, and the Hornets scored 1 time in the second quarter? How about that?
Well, here on the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply halftime update, we probably have some relatives that'd like to hear some names.
I was going to say, there's going to be some names called that we've called all night long, and you're going to go through them right here.
In the first quarter, West Plains took a 28-0 lead when Dagan Kinslow connected on a little swing pass to Eston Miller. He covered 67 yards. That was the first play of the football game.
Yeah.
Then at 7:33, Connor Lair a 5-yard run, Connor Lair a 29-yard run 2 minutes later, and then with 2:05 to go in the first quarter, Dagan Kinslow scored on a 39-yard run, 28-0 after 1. Then in the second quarter, the Hornets got on the board on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Mike Floyd to Cole Griesmeyer. That made it 28-7. But then West added 4 more. At 10:40, it was a touchdown run by Cox from 1 yard out. Kinslow hit Connor Lair on a catch and run that covered 57 yards to make it 42-7. Kinslow scored on a 4-yard run to make it 49-7, and then 56-7 as Garrett Drown galloped 75 yards, ran down the right side, cut across, down the left side, got to the goal line, and that made it 56-7 here at the half. And
that took a while to get through.
It did. It took a while to get through the first half.
Yes, it did. You know, and it's a little warm in here.
In a game like this, where you come in and you're a heavy favorite, sometimes you come in, you play a little bit sloppy, make mental mistakes, jumping offside a bunch or committing fouls. That hasn't really happened here tonight. We had a few penalties, but I think West Plains was really dialed in and really ready to go tonight.
Well, I was out on the field before the game, and I was talking to Coach Womack because he and I go back a few years, and we were talking. He said, Paul, the thing about these kids is you never know what they're like. They're very lackadaisical when we warm up and stuff, but as soon as you drop that hammer, they're ready to go. He said they can turn it on just like that, and they did tonight. I mean, they have been in complete control of the ball game, with the exception of the long pass that set up the touchdown, and that was just a blown assignment because he was uncovered all the way down to the 5-yard line. The very next play they score, and that's the only time Hillcrest has even threatened to put points on the board tonight here against that Zizzer defense. And the Zizzer offense hasn't been stopped. They haven't been stopped, period, by the Hornet defense. So, it's a complete domination by West Plains, and, we kind of talked about the fact that the Hornets are not very good, new coach, rebuilding the system, and, they got a ways to go.
What this demonstrates, though, at least from the West Plains side of it, and you mentioned that when that hammer drops, they're ready to get after it. And I think that part of that is sort of a built-in competition that you have on this football team because you only have so many spots. You've got 26 seniors that all want to play, along with some underclassmen. And so anytime you get out there, whether it's special teams, whether you're talking about offense or defense, it doesn't matter. When you're out there, you want to make an impression, make a play, get a shot at being out there more often. And I think that that shows you in that respect how healthy competition is, because a healthy competition on your football team breeds a lot of effort.
Well, like you said, they practice against each other 4 days a week, basically, 3 days a week, because Thursday's kind of a walkthrough. But on the same token, when you got 26 seniors, those kids have been batting heads for 4 or 5 years in a row, and they know each other, and they know what's expected of them, and they know what they can do. And tonight has been an example of that, the fact that offensively the Hornets have not been able to slow West Plains down, and defensively one mistake. And that's the only play that the Hornets have had any success on.
And it's just been from the get-go. I mean, when that first play of the game was peeled off by Heston Miller and he went 67 yards, that was the worst possible thing. I mean, West Plains could have scored in the first drive, but as far as Hillcrest goes and, kind of keeping their dauber up, that was the exact opposite, I'm sure, of what Coach Colt was hoping to see, because that just told you kind of where this game was going at its very earliest, and that's exactly where it has gone.
It's gone downhill, and speaking of downhill, we're going to take 3 minutes. Let you listen to some of our fine sponsors here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
It's the little things in life that make it worth living. And it's those moments that make us truly feel alive that are worth celebrating. With each new day comes more reasons to celebrate. So the next time you find yourself truly feeling alive, celebrate the occasion with the crisp, light, refreshing taste of 7-Up. Today is your day, so make the most of it. 7-Up, the official sponsor of Feeling Alive.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, or to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
Living with severe COPD can create many different challenges, like having to use supplemental oxygen or a ventilator. Ozarks Healthcare medical equipment uses ResMed Astral units that also include a connectivity module for ease of wireless access. Interested in how to qualify or currently using a ventilator or CPAP and want information about our services? Call us at 417-256-0900 or visit us at 1703 West 8th Street in West Plains. Ozarks Healthcare medical equipment, formerly Home.
Hey, this is Damon with TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our West Plains Zizzers. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of all parts for all models of all trucks and trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt online at tlgtrucks.com or find us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
You may not need an electrician every day, but when you do, choose SRS Electric in West Plains. Sean and his crew at SRS Electric will get the job done. They're dependable, reliable, and honest. Whether you need a new house wired, you need new light fixtures installed, or just simple repairs, remember SRS Electric. Find out why people recommend SRS Electric in West Plains. Find them on Facebook or call 274-0787.
Hi, this is Riley. And I'm Reese. Our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains have earned a reputation of standing behind the products we sell. That's why we carry Land Pride rotary cutters. Land Pride is heavy duty, packed with many features, and comes with a 5-year limited gearbox warranty. So if you are looking for a performance cutter for farm grass maintenance, stop in Lynch Equipment in West Plains and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown.
Lynch Equipment, your Land Pride and Coyote dealer of the Ozarks.
Bailey Chevy and GMC, home of the Bailey factory.
Bailey Chevy would love to serve your transportation needs. Whether you're a Eagle, Zizzer, Tiger, or wherever you call home, Bailey Chevy would love to serve your transportation needs. Come see us at Bailey Chevy, home of the Bailey Factor in beautiful downtown Willow Springs.
Call 469-3111. Bailey's team is gonna get it done.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Hyde back here with Harlan Hudson. We're at halftime. The Zizzers lead 56-7. We've still got about 8 minutes to go in halftime. The Hillcrest band is on the field. They've had recognition of the junior cheerleaders and all that kind of stuff. And the Zizzers have not come back out yet. As in the second half, the clock will not stop unless there is an injury timeout. As with a more than 35-point lead starting the second half, the turbo clock goes in effect with the start of the half and will stay in effect unless the ball game gets within 35 points. So, Harlan, the second half probably won't take quite as long as the first one did.
You know, people say, well, what good do you get out of a game when you're up at halftime like West Plains is right now at 56-7? And actually, if you utilize it the right way, and Paul, you coach, if you use it the right way, it's really hard sometimes to get some of your underclassmen into the football game, trying to pick spots. It's not that they can't play, but you need to put them in a spot game where they can succeed. That's exactly right. Yeah. So this is a chance to do exactly that, and hopefully a lot of kids will get a chance here in the second half. And it looks like we could get wet, according to the radar that Jim Lambert is showing me here. So
that might be fun.
So it looks like there may be a little bit of heavier rain associated with it.
Especially on the north side of town.
Which is right where we're sitting. So the wind is starting to pick up a little bit, and we could see some rain coming through here. But as mentioned, it will be a turbo clock to start the half, and you'll be amazed, barring an injury or timeout, how fast the time is going to go by here in the second half.
Yeah, they'll put 12 minutes on there, and it'll take about 12 minutes to run it off.
That's the way it is. That is absolutely correct. And you got to kind of feel for Hillcrest a little bit. You've got to give credit and respect to these kids that are out here dressed out and playing. Because I can think, there's plenty of examples, I'm sure, that you can look at football programs that struggle and kids don't want to come out and play. Well, it's too tough.
Yeah. It's kind of like, just back in our neck of the woods, Willow Springs Bears have gone through that the last couple of years. They've not been successful, therefore they don't have many kids out. Joel White moves into the area, former player, and been successful where he's been, and they've got 28 out. They did get a win last week, and I know they've got their hands full this week against Marionville. But winning breeds attendance, and losing breeds absenteeism. And the Zizzers, of course, they only brought 39 because of an issue with buses. Didn't have enough buses and bus drivers to bring the entire squad to the ball game tonight. So West Plains on top, 56-7. We'll be back in 3 minutes with getting close to the start of the second half here on the radio. KKDY 102.5.
The Dream Factory of South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas are making dreams come true for critically and chronically ill children. Our local Dream Factory needs your help. If you would like to make a donation or know a child that is chronically ill in our area that we can help make their dream come true, please call 417-255-5615. This is a not-for-profit organization.
We all love things that are free, like the free gift you receive when you open a free checking account, business or personal, at West Plains Bank and Trust Company. You can even score free gifts for your family and friends if you refer them and they open free checking accounts. Plus, earn a free gift for yourself each time your referrals open an account. Visit us in West Plains, Mountain View, or Willow Springs for more information and find out for yourself why customers leave as friends. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hudson. We got about 4 minutes to go in the halftime according to the clock. And once that goes off, then they'll put 4 minutes on there for the mandatory warm-up period. So we've still got some time left to go. Neither team's on the field as the band has left, all 19 of them. They've headed to the sideline. And the Zizzers lead 56-7. Next week they take on the Rolla Bulldogs. They're at home, and Rolla's one of the teams in the conference that's improved from last year. And the Zizzers, of course, after tonight's ball game, they'll forget about this one. This one may not be much of a film session. And they'll get ready for Rolla, because the next one they got Rolla, Camdenton, Kickapoo, and Lebanon in that order. 2 on the road, 2 at home. And that's a pretty good road to haul the next 4 weeks for the West Plains Zizzers.
And we post scores on our Twitter page if you'd like to follow along with that. The Thayer Bobcats are routing the Highland Rebels tonight. And Ava winning this evening. And you mentioned Willow Springs, Joel Wyatt, the new head coach there, who has had phenomenal success in the past few seasons coaching over at Kennett and Malden, and running the Willow program now coming back home. You watch. Now, they may have 28 kids out this year, but we saw what can happen at a school when, the right guy's in the right spot, and that happened with Steve Airy in West Plains. And I'll be willing to bet you, I'm not much of a betting person, but I'd be willing to bet you that for 28 players this year, in the next 3 seasons, there'll be up to 45 or 50 kids, because you'll have players that want to be a part of that.
They want to be part of a winner.
And they'll be, they're going to be taught and coached by one of the best high school football coaches in the state of Missouri. We are really lucky, Paul, here in southern Missouri to have I think some of the best football coaches. I don't care, what class you're talking about or whatever. But, I mean, you've got people who are Hall of Fame variety. Of course, we had Steve Airy here. He's just down Mountain Home now. And then you got Billy Weber over there.
They're Thayer.
Thayer. And you go on down the line. And we got some really good young coaches, too. Spittler over at Kabul. I think he does a really
well. He brought in Ackland as his offensive coordinator, who spent 1 year at Mountain Home, and now he's back in the area at Kabul after having so much success at Liberty. So I mean, there's going to be some teams make some moves.
And Dan Swafford, who has really had a good, long, consistent run at Ava. In fact, played for a state championship just a few seasons ago. And hopefully Joel Wyatt will be there in Willow for a long time, and he'll win a lot of football games. So it's, Southern Missouri football is a very popular thing. Northern Arkansas football is a very popular thing. And it's really good to have the quality of people coaching at a lot of these schools. And that makes for a winner.
Well, Gary Lee and I talked about a little bit every week the fact that in this area, and I say this area being in southwest or south central Missouri, the football teams are the schools are the names of the town. West Plains, Hillcrest, Houston, Kabul, Willow Springs, Mountain Grove, Ava, Salem, Thayer. They're the names of the towns, and the towns rally around those sports and the kids that play those sports through the years. And, it's a little different. Springfield school system is the largest public school system in the state of Missouri as far as number of students. They have 5 public high schools. And there's a lot of separation, of course, because of districts. And even though you can attend either one that you want to, but you got to start there. So it's a different game. Both teams are on the field. The clock's been put at 3 minutes. We'll be back in 2 for the second half here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Owning your home or farm is an American dream. Wiles Abstract and Title help you accomplish that dream by having expanded services to make buying or selling real estate seamless. Closing services include electronic signatures, which limits the number of physical signatures needed.
This is Ashley Matajak at Wiles Title. Buying and selling real estate is an exciting time. Don't let the stress overwhelm you. Choose Wiles Title and let us take care of it for you. It's your choice. Choose Wiles Abstract and Title on the Square, downtown West Plains.
Driving in the fall and winter months can be challenging. You never know what Mother Nature will bring each day. Make sure your tires have plenty of tread. Give Wilbanks Tire a chance to sell you a new set of tires. Once you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you can come in anytime for free tire rotation for the life of your tires. So once a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you will always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire. Wilbanks Tire, 201 West 2nd Street in West Plains.
West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue. Area. Give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends. Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, or to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We're about ready to go to the start of the second half. The clock's inside 30 seconds to go. Both teams are on the field. Officials are on the field. They're going to hand the ball to the Zizzer kicker. Is that Walt? Yeah, it is. Okay. He's going to kick it away from the 40-yard line. The Hornets are going to receive the second half kickoff. And once again, we got the turbo clock starting, and the clock will not stop unless there's a timeout or an injury. And if the Hornets take all 3 of their timeouts in the second half, I may go down there and talk to the coach. Wall set to kick it away. Where's number 16? He's 7 for 7, or 8 for 8 on extra points tonight after struggling last week. Braden Wall kicks it away. This one's going to go deep. It's going to be fielded at the 9. Hornets bring it up the middle of the field. A lot of white jerseys around there. Down at the 29-yard line where it's 1st and 10. The ball returned there by number 3, Humphrey. And the Zizzers defense goes out on the field. Let's see who's there. Well, most of them are numbers I recognize from the first half. Except on the front line, on the defensive line, we got some new guys up front. but the secondary and linebackers are the starters, I do believe, Harlan. Looks like it to me. Yep. Hornets have it 1st and 10. The clock already down to 11:20. Run, baby, run. Hornets come to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at the 30. Floyd with the snap. Tackled right there, and that's going to be a, they say they gained 1, makes it 2nd down and 9 on the carry up the middle, and now we've got 4 new defensive linemen in the ball game.
Tristan Clark goes out. Who else went out that time? Miles Foster and Connor Laird's coming out of the football game.
2nd and 9 for the Hornets. Man in motion across the formation. Floyd calls for the ball. Inside handoff. That's Sample. Sample gets to the 23, where he's tackled. That brings up 3rd down and about 6 or 7 to go.
Hayden Bryant on the tackle that time for West Plains. He's playing up front on the line of scrimmage, and he got below everybody and made the tackle that time. So now it's 3rd down and about 6. Let's see if the Hornets are inclined to throw the ball here.
Speaking of throwing the ball, do you think we'll see Simpson in the second half in place of Kinslow?
I would not only think so, but I would hope so.
Yeah. 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Hornets from their own 34. Sample throws it over the middle. It's caught, and that's a 1st down for the Hornets out to their own 47-yard line. So that's a 1st and 10 for the Hornets as they move the ball. We're inside 9:30 to go in the 3rd quarter as the clock will not stop the rest of the ball game unless they get within 35 or there's an injury timeout.
That was a good play.
That was a good throw. Good throw and catch. Not much pressure on him that time as the Zizzers only sent 4. Got a little frog in the throat here. Got to get rid of. Ball at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Sample. Back to throw down the right sideline. That one's not close to any ball as Floyd throws it over everybody's head. And we've got a late hit, and roughing the passer is going to be called as the Zizzers got there too late. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, so that'll be another Hornet 1st down as the 15 yards is going to be marked off from the previous spot. So they're going to go from the 47 down to about the West Plains 38-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hornets from the Zizzer, 38.
I think it'll be a hard thing, and probably a hard thing to coach, too, because you teach people to come all out and get there as fast as you can. And if you're within a step and a half, I mean, it's really hard to stop, to gear down. Yeah.
1st and 10 from the Zizzer 38-yard line. Hornets have the ball, trailing by a bunch, 56-7. Man in motion across the formation. Floyd calls for it. Inside handoff. New running back in the ball game, and he's going to pick up another 1st down as the ball was carried there by number 22. That's Aaron Wilson. Wilson takes it to the 32, and that's a Hornet 1st and 10.
I'm going to give that to Morgan Nichols, who is wearing 27. Is he a freshman? Did I read that?
I hope not.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
They got him down as a freshman?
Yep. 27
instead of 22.
Right.
He's back in the ball game now is 43, which is a starting running back, Dante Sample. Sample has it to the right side. Gets to the 25-yard line, so that's a pickup of 3. That'll bring up a 2nd down and about to go for the Hornets as they march the ball down the field against the Zizzer 2nd unit here.
And we're approaching already halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Yes, we are. Hornets with the ball at the Zizzer 24. West Plains defense A lot of numbers we haven't seen much of so far this evening. Getting a chance to play against the Hornets' offensive first unit. Sample and Floyd in the backfield. Floyd takes a snap, drops back, pressure comes. Pressure's there. He hands it off. That's an illegal forward pass, but they're not going to call it because he threw it forward to a lineman, and no flag is thrown, but should have been.
Can you do that behind the line of scrimmage?
You can't throw it to a lineman.
Oh, that was a lineman.
Yeah, that was a lineman that caught it. Number 56 caught the ball.
I think we're probably going to be overlooking a few things.
Yes, I think we're going to overlook a lot of things. Like the quarterback comes to the sideline to get the play, and the play clock's down to 12.
This is not a very efficient.
He's going to call timeout. He's going to call timeout. I'm going to have to go down there, Harlan. I'm going to have to go down there.
Go put an end to this, Paul.
I will. We'll be back in 1 minute after I get off the field here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Paul and I back here with Harlan Hudson. We're in Springfield, Missouri at Shoemake Stadium at Hillcrest High School, where the West Plains Zizzers lead 56-7 at halftime. There is 5:32 to go in the third quarter, and the turbo clock is in effect. So when the play is snapped here, the clock will start again, and I didn't get down there in time enough to talk to the coach. He was too far out on the field, Harlan.
Well, it's not going to stop very much.
No, it's not.
From here till the end.
Floyd takes a snap, looks down the left side, throws the ball over the middle, almost intercepted by the West Plains Zizzers, as they had more people around the football than the Hornets did, as the ball was intended there for number 10, LaMarcus Miller, but the Zizzers had 3 guys back there to make the play. One of them was that number, is it 22? I can't see here.
I think it was Jesse Hudson, but we've had
Jesse Hudson is number 22. Also there was Landon Casey, number 32, the cornerback on that side.
We haven't mentioned Landon much so far this season, but boy, did he ever come through last year. Not only on the football field, but the soccer field too.
We got fourth down, it says there. And Hillcrest Hornets are going to try a 45-yard field goal. And the Zizzers take timeout. I'm going to have to go back on the field because we got a timeout. We'll be back in a minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Hi, this is Riley. And I'm Reese. Our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains have earned a reputation of standing behind the products we sell. That's why we carry Lampride rotary cutters. Lampride is heavy duty, packed with many features, and comes with a 5-year limited gearbox warranty. So if you are looking for a performance cutter for farm grass maintenance, stop in Lynch Equipment in West Plains and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown.
Lynch Equipment, your Lampride and Coyote dealer of the Ozarks.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, or to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
The 45-yard attempt was a little short, so So the Zizzers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27, 28-yard line.
Well, that was something just to see.
Something different, yeah.
And he kicked it far.
Oh,
it's the height.
Yeah, I forgot. It's a touchback, so it's going to go to the 20.
There's some things in high school football that I don't understand rule-wise. One of them is, you know, in other levels of football, at least professional, you can cross the line of scrimmage, you can run a circle around the quarterback as long as you get back in time before the snap.
Yeah.
It's not offside. In high school football,
if you cross, automatic. Yeah. 1st and 10. New quarterback in the ball game. That's Simpson. Running back is Cox. Snack. Oh my gosh! It's over his head. Get on it. Get all over it. Simpson fumbles it. Oh, they're going to call him down. They're going to call him down. Ball is dead at the 6-yard line, 7-yard line as the ball went over Simpson's head on the snap. Must have the second offensive line in there. They do. And it's a loss all the way back to the 7-yard line. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 23 to go. Probably one of the starts you want for the start of the second half, but when you're up 56-7, you can make that work. Simpson in the backfield by himself this time. Steelers go with 5 wide receivers. Let's see if we get a better snap this time. Man in motion. Inside handoff. It's a jet sweep, and the Zizzers have another loss all the way back to the 5-yard line. So on the first 2 plays, they go from the 20 to the 5. So they're looking at 3rd down and 25 to go from their own 5-yard line.
Lucas Conyers, the ball carrier that time, nearly got trapped in the end zone.
Yes.
Got it out to about the 4 or 5.
Yeah, he was in the end zone when he got touched, but got away and got out to the 5 to keep from getting a safety. Simpson, where's number 1? Junior, quarterback. Man in motion across the formation. Sets up there is Cox. Simpson, inside handoff Cox to the right side. Cox round around, finally struggles to get to the 10-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down and about 25, and the first unit punt team comes onto the field, which means all but one goes to the sideline.
So Dagan is normally the punter. We'll see if he does it this time.
He is back there to punt it away.
And has a pretty good leg.
Yeah.
He's a very good punter.
Does a good job. Simpson out of the ball game. Oh, fake punt. Catch it. He's not going to get it. Oh, he's got it. What a play. Who was that? Was that 13?
Watson Hafer.
Yep. Was it Hafer?
Yep.
It was. Number 13. That's Watson Hafer. Was nobody out there to cover him, and Simpson said, I'll just throw it out to you. And he caught it, got the 1st down. It's 1st and 10, where they got a sideline warning against the West Plains Zizzers for getting inside the little gray box. But it's a 1st down for West Plains as the clock ticks away, and they're going to have to run one play, and we're going to be at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Watson Hafer must have very quietly slipped onto the field over there on the far side, because I didn't see anyone over there.
He was standing inside the 20, inside the number at the 15. 1st and 10, West Plains. Alvin Simpson, inside handoff to Cox. Cox left side. 1st down and more as he crosses the 45 to the 49-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
There's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
All right, back here with Harlan Hudson. We start the fourth quarter. It's 56-7. No score in the third quarter as the clock starts up with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Alden Simpson, the junior quarterback, in the backfield. Man in motion across the formation. Inside handoff they give to Cox. Cox up the middle. Cox to the outside. Cox down to the 25 or 35-yard line, and that's another Zizzer first down as the second unit moving the football here after that very poor effort the first time they had it.
And, boy, that third quarter went by quick.
Yes, it did. So 12 minutes.
You're on offense for West Plains. You don't want to mess around here. You want to see what you can do with this.
Second unit in the ball game for the West Plains Zizzers offensively. Simpson in the backfield all by himself this time. Man in motion is number 7. That's McGinley. McGinley gets the fake, and Simpson puts his head down, and he picks up a first down as he's inside the 25 down to about the 22.5, and that's another Zizzer first down as Simpson just put his head down, said, I'm picking up 12, and he got the first down. Nice run there by the junior quarterback.
Really good, and these are really, really important minutes that he's getting to play here in this varsity football game because you know how football is. You never know.
You never know when somebody's going to go down. This time it's number 7, McGinley. McGinley all the way down inside the 10. We've had 3 plays, 3 first downs for the West Plains Zizzers. And the ball is marked at the 10-yard line, so it's first and goal for West Plains. We're inside 10:30 to go in the second half. Zizzers lead 56-7. There's no doubt who's going to win. It's just a matter of, is that second unit going to put some points on the board?
I guarantee they want to.
Yes, they do. Simpson in the backfield by himself with Cox. Has the handoff. Cox right side. Puts his head down and gets flipped into the end zone, but they said he's actually going to be down at the yard line or half-yard line. So that's going to bring up a second down and goal from inside the 1. And the Zizzers are marching towards another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Cox says, give me the football. I like it.
One more time.
Give it to me one more time. And he's got it. And guess what? He's in untouched. And it's now 62-7 in favor of the West Plains Zizzers, and the first unit extra point team is on the field. Cox from a yard out, and the Zizzers go on top 62-7.
Cox has really looked good running the football tonight.
Yes, he has. Done a good job.
Really.
Well, to attempt the extra point. Can he be 9 for 9? I say, yes, he can, and so does he. It's 9 for 9. Zizzers 63, Hornets 7. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
It's time to get comfy for fall. Hi, this is Anna, and right now we have Ashley reclining sofas starting at $5.99. 3-piece sectionals with Chase loungers starting at $11.99. Our showroom is packed with new shipments of sofas, love seats, recliners, lift chairs, and more. Stop in and see us today or go online at HawkinsHomeandLawn.com.
Hawkins Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67.
School is back in session and things are real hectic. Trying to get in the groove of the new routine. School, sports practice, and games, not to mention work and everything else you are trying to do. Let Zizzer Coin Laundry help take a load off. Drop off all your laundry, and they will wash, dry, fold, even press if needed. Zizzer Coin Laundry will do everything, but put it away. Zizzer Coin Laundry on Porter Wagner Boulevard next to R&R Tire Express in West Plains.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We've got 8:31 to go. The clock has stopped because of an injury to a Hillcrest Hornet on the sideline. I think he's got a cramp, but unfortunately, they're going to get the golf cart, and they're going to try to get him out of here on the golf cart. 8:31 to go. Zizzer 63, Hornets 7. And next week, Harlan and Reed will bring you the ball game from the Zizzer Stadium when they take on the Rolla Bulldogs. And I haven't seen any score. Have you seen a score on Rolla? And
Have not. Not yet, at least. Jim will show me some of the other scores from around the area. Now, Liberty was ranked, I think, 7th in the state in the first week's rankings, and that's not going to last if they can't come back against Fair Grove, who was up 20-8. And Fair Grove's a pretty good 2A. They're really good.
Their unfortunate thing is they're in the same district with Lamar.
Lamar had a down year or two where they didn't win the state championship.
Yeah,
but they're back.
Yeah, and they won last year, and they've got. I think I saw where they had 20 of the 22 starters were back. Last year's team.
That will be a bad motor scooter to run into when postseason gets.
Yes, it will be. So we got the young Hornet off the field. They're going to take him to the sideline there, and the Zizzer kickoff team is ready to go. I'm going to pull my sheets down because I think I'm going to do the rest of this ball game. I believe you're sitting right here. I stood for the first 3 quarters. I think I'll sit for the 4th. Wall kicks it, a high one, goes back to the 1-yard line where Sample has it. Sample to the right side. What a play! What a play! Tackle made there by number 12 of the West Plains Zizzers. That's Hayden Bryant. Came from nowhere and made the running back Sample go down, and the Zizzers defense is going to go back on the field. 1st and 10 for the Hornets from their own 15-yard line.
Hayden Bryant looked like a part of a group that was coming down to try to make that tackle, and all of a sudden, he just blew by everybody. Made a heck of a play down to the 15-yard line. That's great special teams play there.
You know, this is one of those films as a coach you kind of want to throw away, but then on the same token, you want to show some of those plays like that one right there of intensity. Yeah, of a reinforcement. Of a kid that flew down the field and made the tackle at the 15-yard line. Inside handoff to Sample, and there's nothing there as the second-team defense holds him up at the 16-yard line, led by, let's see here, I don't think he's on my roster.
Austin Davis was one of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's number 65? He's in there. He's on the roster. That's Brendan Marks, senior offensive lineman, defensive lineman as well, obviously.
As good as West Plains' depth is, and better this year, games like this, there is a point. There is a point to this, and there is a reason it's important because your depth is getting better tonight.
They get a chance to play on Friday. They'll also get a chance to play on Monday.
You bet.
I think they come back. No, JV plays at home, and the freshmen play up here on Monday. Inside handoff to Sample. Sample to the left side. There's nowhere for him to go. He's going to lose about 3 or 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 13, 12, something like that. And the Zizzer defense, those white shirts are all over the ball, and the Zizzers have the lead 63-7. And I know Coach Perkins would like to take maybe 15, 20 points off the board and save it for next week, but can't do that. Going to have to go out next Friday night against the Bulldogs, put some points on the board. 3rd down and 13. Hornets with the ball at their own, let's say, 14, 13-yard line. Low snap, inside handoff, in the backfield, and the white jerseys were there about the same time that he got the ball from his quarterback, and he loses another 4 or 5 or 3 yards back to the 10-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 16 to go.
I think, not positive, but I think that Quincy Doolittle, who's playing linebacker now, he's a junior. He was one of the first people to get back there in submarine and made the stop.
Quincy Doolittle. 4th and 15. expect to punt, but you never know. They're going to punt it. A block got blocked into the end zone. He's going to throw it, and it gets out to the 5-yard line, so the Zizzers will take over. First and goal from the 5, and the Hornets have 2 guys still on the field. Well, there were no good options on that play, but the quarterback the punter may have been better served just to run out of the end zone with it. Go backwards, take the 2, and kick it deep. Yeah, and the Hornets have got 2 men on the field but they got the clock running. The referee signaled to start the clock as the Hornets are a beat up bunch. You can tell who's on the right side of the 63 of this game. Now they're going to stop the clock with 4:18 to go for injury. He hasn't moved. He's on his hands and knees, but hasn't got up, got down, or I didn't really see much there except for the fact that he caught the ball and was tackled and rolled around a little bit. The Zizzers are ready to run a play, but unfortunately, hey, guys in the white, you can't run with a good grief. They were ready to go. Yeah. Something tells me that the officials are trying to get to Cracker Barrel before it closes. Yes. Yeah. They'll go ahead and sub out a few more people for Hillcrest here in the final moments of this football game, but we're sitting on 4:18, and the player that was banged up is still on the field. Gets up on his feet, they'll help him off. That's their kicker, number 4, I think. Shanto. Yeah, Shanto. Let's see, we got another quarterback in there. Is that 18? If you would turn a little, I could answer that question. Right. Tygen Green. Tygen, T-I-I-G-E-N. We're going to go that way. Nope, it's 14. And a handoff to 15. Hayden Cook scores a touchdown. Hayden Cook goes in from 5 yards out, and the Zizzers put another 6 on the board. It's 69-7. Cook from 5, and the Zizzers' lead increases. And the quarterback was number 14. That's Isaiah Jones, was the quarterback on that play. Wall in to attempt his 10th extra point. You think this will tie a school record? Very well could. Or beat one, or who knows. Dave Thomas could tell me. Oh! That looked a little bit wild. Oh, just outside. I jinxed him. That's on me. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
This testimonial with Mother Nature is brought to you by Butler Heating and Air of West Plains.
With fall here, I will make each day's weather in the Ozarks difficult to forecast. Cold in the morning, blistering in the afternoon. The HVAC servicemen can't keep up, unless, of course, they use BHA.
Butler Heating and Air keeps you comfortable no matter what Mother Nature brings. Call 256-7984 to learn more.
Great, just great.
Hi, this is Riley.
And I'm Reese.
Our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lunch Equipment in West Plains have earned a reputation of standing behind the products we sell.
That's why we carry Lampride rotary cutters.
Lampride is heavy duty, packed with many features, and comes with a 5-year limited gearbox warranty.
So if you are looking for a performance cutter for farm grass maintenance, stop in Lynch Equipment in West Plains and see our parents, Scott and Crystal Brown.
Lynch Equipment, your Lampride and Coyote dealer of the Ozarks.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchison. A low line drive kick that's fielded at the 2-yard line. They bring it out to the 16, where he is tackled by a host of white jerseys. And once again, I think that's number 43, their starting tailback, who also runs back punts and kickoffs, and that's Dante Sample. And I say punts, we haven't punted once tonight, so he does run back kickoffs. He's been out there a lot for that.
You know, this isn't just a case of Hillcrest being outmanned here tonight, but it's another example Hey, West Plains is really good.
We're pretty good. We're
really
pretty good. Yeah. And like we've talked about, and we're going to say it again, the next 4 weeks is going to determine how good we really are. We got Rolla, Camdenton, or Rolla, Kickapoo, Rolla, Camdenton, Kickapoo, and Lebanon in that order. Play clock at 3. Snap back, inside handoff, and oh my, what a tackle made by number 51 of the West Plains Zizzers. Nobody touched him, and I got to see who that is. That is Quincy Doolittle. Came from out of nowhere, made the stop, a loss of 1, and it's a second down and 11, and that we got one more play to go, Harlan, and this game's in the book.
Quincy Doolittle has made some plays here since he's been playing in the second half, so we've been calling his name. Good job by Quincy Doolittle.
He's playing that inside linebacker position. Second down and forever. Play clock at 20. One last play. They're going to throw the bomb. It's up in the air. Oh, they don't throw a flag. They're not going to, and that's ball game. We're down to the inside 10 seconds. The play clock is going to stop, or the play is going to be over. And the Hornets are headed to the field house. The Zizzer are headed to the sideline. That's ball game. And Harlan, it was one-sided.
To say the least, it was one-sided. 69-7 is your final score here in Springfield tonight. And it's time for the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply postgame. We'll talk it over with Scott Womack, and we'll do that in 3 minutes on KDY.
Stuart Morrison Ready Mix has been serving the Ozarks for over 3 decades. Think about that. And takes great pride in producing quality concrete, offering competitive prices. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix is ready to help you with all your residential, commercial, or agriculture concrete and rock needs. Give them a call today, 256-8171. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, where you get concrete results every time.
There's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
Don's Auto Service in West Plains has been serving our community for more than 40 years, specializing in doing things better, from selling tires to completing quality auto repair and auto service. If you need tire-related services, like an alignment or rotation, stop on in. We would be happy to help. Don's Auto Service is here for you.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Are we on?
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We're in the post-game show.
Okay, brought to you by Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply. And here comes Scott Womack to talk a little bit here, and we'll get his feelings about the football game here tonight. Paul, if you want to convo, give us a couple of minutes here.
Okay, the Zizzers win tonight. The final score is 69-7 as they jumped out to a 28-0 lead at the end of the first quarter, led at halftime 56-7, and of course the final with the second half running clock. The final score 69-7. And Scott, the good thing about it, I don't see anybody on the sideline over there with crutches or bandages on or any of that kind of stuff. But that's always a good sign.
That's the thing you worry about in a game like this, is getting somebody hurt. And, you know, you still want to get in some reps and work on some things, but you want to come out healthy because you know you have bigger things ahead. And them defensive coaches always want to leave. They don't want to give up a yard, So you have Coach Spitz over there saying, I can't sub, I don't want him to score, or I don't want to give him a first down. But you got to do that because, one, you're looking at the two things in the future. One, being healthy.
Somebody goes down.
But two, building some depth to where either later this year you may need somebody, or especially next year. And one of the things with the COVID restrictions, we're just able to put so many on a bus, and we're bringing 3 buses, so we had to leave some kids home tonight too. So that's unfortunate because maybe a few of them might have got in, but we gotta follow the rules and do things right and keep everybody safe. But it also let those second teamers get a lot of playing time in tonight, and so it was a good night. And like I said, got to work on a few things, get some kids in some different spots. Heston Miller was able to get to a different spot tonight and get a few reps there. We even moved Connor a little bit around on defense, and he played 2 or 3 spots tonight.
I was going to say he made a heck of a play on that on the quarterback sack one time. He came off the corner on a blitz. Nobody touched him. And then also, I think he was the one responsible for the long pass that set up the touchdown.
Yeah, the catch he made out and came down our sideline. It was a nice. You mean for them?
Yeah. That was his.
But
he comes sneaking up, and all of a sudden the guy goes sprinting by him.
Yeah, he bid on that. We've moved him to safety this year, and that's a new position for him. So he's just been learning this second game playing there. But then he made a heck of a catch and a run there at the end of the first half, and so it's nice. But we got a lot of kids in the end zone tonight. Dalton Cox scored. Parker McGinley scored.
Cook scored.
That was Cook's first touchdown that he scored at varsity level, and so it was nice to see that. Heston made some good runs early. Dagan threw the ball well, made a heck of a run. So he really made 2 good runs, even the short run down here on the right before half.
Yeah, the 5-yarder.
Yeah, he just that guy had a beat on him and didn't even touch him. So good night overall. Like I said, we got out healthy. We got bigger things ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Harlan and I have talked about it through the game. You got 4 pretty tough ones right here in a row, and 2 at home, 2 away. But the 4 teams that, I'm going to say the upper echelon. I'm not going to say
we can't tell which one's better.
No, you won't know until you play them.
To Bolivar last week, and then I know Kickapoo. They're playing Lebanon tough tonight. We just got an update on that score, and they really looked good against Camden.
I was going to say they gave Camden all they wanted,
and then you got Camden after that, and then you got Lebanon. So we've got some games right here that probably all kind of the same type team, and all a little bit different though. Rolla has gone back to the flexbone, wishbone type stuff. They did that many years ago. Yep. They got away from it when Pritchard was their quarterback, and now they're back, and they looked really good last week against Bolivar.
I was going to say you got teams like Rolla and Lebanon that are going to pound it at you, and then you got Camden and Kickapoo who are going to try to throw it a little bit.
Athletes a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll have different things, and one thing the flex bone, we got kind of prepared a little bit all of a sudden last week when Center Hill came in as a flex bone team. So we've already kind of started working on that, and so it should make it a little bit easier this week in practice.
Coach, congratulations on the win. I know it was kind of out of hand, but it's still a W, and you got to look forward to next week. You got basically 6 days to prepare and get ready to go when the Bulldogs come to town. And I know that the team in white right there will be ready to go next Friday.
And getting down here a little earlier that first half, though, I'm getting too old for those long.
I got a cramp standing all.
But the good thing was the second half went really fast.
Coach, we appreciate it. We very much for coming and seeing us. And from Harlan, this is Paul Knight saying good night, everybody, here on the post-game show brought to you by Hurst Farm and Feed in West Plains. And we'll talk to you next Friday night from home with Harlan and Reed Grigsby here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
West Plains Zizzers football on Hot Country KDY has been brought to you by